set up my Facebook chat.
Oh yeah, we here, we live. Let's go. LAP in the building.
Live,
what's going
baby.
on, everybody? My man Left, say it again for him to hear one time, Left.
We are live, baby. We live,
baby. It was good. Literally Anything podcast for the people. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another wonderful week in the world of the world. We out here just trying to give it to you from our point of view. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, if you're talking about opinion, yes, you're going to say raw.
I had to do that.
I don't know what else you're talking about. I want to make sure that we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, he like the old heads, the old heads, y'all always on that shit, and y'all be saying that passwords and shit. So I had to start us off with one.
From the rip. All right, so like I said, welcome everybody. Here's the thing, right? So this week, as I looked at everything, I feel like we gonna have to go heavy on a few things, like as far as like the weight and the mood, just because of the way the week was. So I want to try and get as much of that into the air as possible at the beginning, and then kind of build our way to a little bit of fun a little bit later towards the end. So bear with us, y'all. But we got like real live, like actual world business to deal with. Like shit's crazy out here. Things are happening, and we need to have discussions. But before we start any of those discussions, as always, we like to pay respects. In this particular case, we sending our shout out and our respects to the family and friends and everybody of one Mr. Black Rob, artist of formerly of Bad Boy Records fame and so on and so forth. So rest in peace, rest in power to the brother Black Rob. It was very quick. We found out about it and then he was gone, man. It was a crazy turnaround. I can't imagine that's how quickly it happened for his family and friends that are within his circle. But for us, it was a very quick turnaround.
I saw it in reverse. I saw, I'm Jersey tapped in. I saw Mike Zombie put up the GoFundMe. I was like, what? And then I'm like looking at the GoFundMe and I was like, oh, maybe he just homeless. Like maybe, you know how the bad boy situations be going. Like, I mean,
right. Which I want to talk about, but we can come back to that.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh, maybe buddy just homeless. Let me, put this little $70 on there. You know what I mean? And
you thought it was like a Delonte situation, like
right, yeah,
and everything was gonna be good. But
I mean, we be going through shit, and then I think I saw it on I saw like the video of bro just being like, yo, I'm tired. I hit my mans and I was like, yo, like when you tired, like I had a situation, or not even me, my sister had a situation. Oh, let me fix myself. My sister had a situation recently with this heavenly woman that helped raise my nephews. And my sister was in school and going to work, working opposite shifts of her husband, this and that. She had this beautiful woman, Kimmy, that my sister would rely on. So Kimmy ended up finding out she had colon cancer last year, at the top of last year, like March. Right after that, like when you start going through chemo and all that stuff, break your body down. And she got had COVID, and that tore her lungs up. She beat COVID and came over to my sister's house and was just giving her updates and stuff. Looked good, gained her weight back and all that stuff. And was like talking to my sister. She's like, yo, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of having to go through stuff. I'm tired of having to. And even though her health was getting better, she was doing good. Her lungs wasn't messed up no more. All that stuff. Spiritually, she was just tired. And she made her exit a couple days later. So like sometimes when that spirit, bro, it's 90% of a mental thing. When you're mental and even though your body feel good and stuff and you just tired, like that's between you and whoever you're believing.
Yeah. It's a very different lane, man. So yeah, man. Like I said, I got some opinions about just artists that cross puffy paths, man. Like I got some things to say about it, but a lot of that is me talking shit, so I'm gonna get back to that later. for now, we'll start at the obvious point. I think the most, well, let me not say the obvious point, because we got two places we could start, but because we've all
about this week,
but because we've been here before, and we'll, as we like to say, we'll spin the block on this, the Derek Chauvin trial. So he was convicted, guilty on all three counts.
All three of y'all.
All three of y'all. So, fellas, how are we feeling about the verdict? Are we happy? Are we what are we? What, because I don't know. Yeah, I want to hear what y'all got to say. What are we?
Okay, so since Hood, started off the last portion,
right.
I'll just speak on the fact that it's just more of the same. Like, I'm feeling like more of the same is coming, and then we ended up seeing more of the same, like, before they even gave the verdict. So for me, when I look at what America is, especially as a black man, all three of us understand that. It's just it feels like being thrown a bone. It feels good that they finally got one right, but then it just feels like being thrown a bone because I gotta find the graphic. Matter of fact, I got it in my phone. I see stuff and I screenshot it and everything because we need it at times like this. Right. So Derek Chauvin is.
I say that all the time.
Derek Chauvin is the 8th officer convicted of murder since 2005 of over 1,600 killings. I mean 16,000. 16,000 police killings, and he's only the 8th officer convicted. So basically, like I said, it's just like, you throwing us a bone. Okay, y'all got this one, but just know it's more of the same to come. Like, that's how I feel. It's hard to be optimistic about something when history shows you that your life isn't valued.
Facts. And nobody can begrudge you for that feeling. Like, literally nobody can have any negative pushback on that feeling, because that's what life has taught you to feel. It's not about you making something up or creating a narrative, which is what a lot of people would like to say in, as a punchback of this discussion, that there's a narrative that's created, but literally this is all just coming from our experience. Young light skin, keep sweat. What you got to say, brother?
I echo that same sentiment. Like, I mean, it's just incredibly hard to find joy in a black man's peril. You know what I mean? It's incredibly hard to feel any level of, even like, think about all the situations that we've seen in the last 10 years, right? Like the major ones. You know what I mean? The ones that have had as loud of a bark as we've seen in our lifetime. You know what I mean? And there's always like, well, at least you got this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like the officer walked free, he was able to go back to his job, or the officer walked free, but he can't go back to his job, but he still gets pension, but at least y'all got a civil suit.
Right.
Like,
right.
And even when I was in college, we would have these conversations of like, how much money would you take to be in prison? You know what I mean? Like, let's say you was wrongfully accused and convicted. You go to prison, bro, $1 million ain't worth 1 second of my time.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So you mean to tell me these civil suits that are being given and paid out is worth that person's life? I guarantee you, everybody in that person's family, any of these people's any of these brothers and sisters' families would rather have that person as opposed to the civil suit, as opposed to being their family being made notorious on TV and being literally. I mean, like, I hate to be cliche, like, I'm pretty sure all three of y'all heard for y'all moms, I don't want my son to be another statistic, but like that whole family, that you having a personal situation being made public and global, and people using your personal situation as an example. Like, bruh, man got up on the stand and sat there and said that he died of something that y'all didn't even test for that. How can you? That's like saying, let's saying y'all find me, God forbid, y'all find me laid up, right? And then be like, oh yeah, D OD, y'all never did no toxic. Yeah, nah. We know that he did, because guess what? We know he'd be around. Like, it just doesn't add up. Like, because he was underneath the car. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all didn't even.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
no, go ahead. Like,
I had numerous conversations with people when it came to the actual facts of the case, or what evidence was put out there to the public. And we talked about this weeks ago. He should have never been taken back out the car. They had him in a vehicle. So once they had him in the vehicle, that's a wrap. Like, he's there. There's no reason to pull him out the vehicle. I don't care if he's saying he claustrophobic, no nothing. Y'all have him there. He can't do nobody no harm. Y'all can't do no harm to him while he's there. You good. And it should have just been left at that. But like, the thing that I'm hearing now, like, it's a whole bunch of pushback talking about mob rule and the fact that why is her name escaping me? She had the comment about how if the verdict if it doesn't come back in the favor of the family, then people basically need to apply pressure. Like, you mad at that and saying that they influenced the jury, which you can't.
Maxine Waters.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't influence something. Like, everybody saw the footage. Everything is there for you to see. So don't sit up here and tell me. Don't sit up here and tell me that her words influence anything.
Right.
Yeah, and
what the real is she's speaking truth. Just like when President Biden spoke on the situation, he was vague about it, but it's like, we need a favorable outcome. Now, the whole context of mob rule and things like that, that's just people who are upset with the fact that the verdict didn't show up in their favor, and they gotta find a reason to have some sort of opposition to what the actual cause or what the actual outcome was. Everybody has to be an antagonist nowadays. They gotta be contrarian. You know what I'm saying? They gotta do something, like, because of the fact that this was everybody knows, like, everybody at their heart knows that this was the right decision.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This was the right decision. This is what it was. You saw him murder this man, and everybody saw it. So it's no reason to have any more conversation about it. He did it. So, all right, boom, he convicted on all 3 charges. What else are we talking about? It's no need to talk about nothing else. The shit is done. He's in jail. We waiting to find out what his sentence is actually going to be. And we're ready for an appeal, because they're going to appeal this situation. But it is what it is. He deserved to, he deserved to be in jail. Like, George Floyd didn't deserve to die over what was supposedly a fake $20 bill.
All right. So here's my thing, right? And y'all know me. I try as best I can, just because I love good discussions and conversations. I try as best I can to put my head around every possible thought process. So the punch out of people who oppose this verdict, and it's like, it was mob mentality and all these other things that you hear. It's like, remember when you was little, like you was younger, and you would like play with certain people in your neighborhood, and you always knew it's that one dude who, when he take a L, it's going to be an excuse. Oh, dog, the wind was blowing too hard. I don't play good on sunny Thursdays. Like, it's always
I'm taking my ball home.
Yeah, and then the next step is something irrational, and he do something like that, like completely, like, it's always that person. I can, like, the people who are on the other side of this argument to those types of people. That is like the best comparison I can make. Like, it doesn't matter What, like, Candace Owens is a perfect example of that. Like, you can make the most logical argument possible with her, and she's going to find a way to promote her agenda because she doesn't really care about logic. She cares about getting the message of what she wants you to hear out. And this is the type of people that you're up against when you're dealing with this. So I'll digress, though. I'll come back to that because, like, you know, I want to just keep it tight within what I'm speaking about. The verdict was absolutely the right thing. Anyone who disagrees with that, you know, you can take your opinion, put it in your pipe, and smoke it. That's yours, and it's okay to be wrong. It happens to everybody. So I'm not worried about that. The other piece, though, is what now? See, and this is where I'm coming back to kind of the point both of you gentlemen made, in that it feels like a bone. It does. It absolutely feels like an appeasement thing. We want you all to be okay. Y'all tore shit up last summer. We don't want to see that again. So what we'll do is we'll give you this one. And to me, I don't want appeasement. I don't want to be satisfied. I simply want what's right. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. I want what's right. So all these other little like ploys to make people look and feel and behave a certain way based on the narrative that you want to paint means nothing to me. So in my eyes, it's a step. I'm not happy. I am pleasantly surprised, though, because I'll be honest with you, and I said this several times right here in front of y'all. I absolutely expected. I knew that they couldn't really beat the manslaughter charge. I didn't think that there was a way in hell that was going to be the one he got off with, but I did not ever expect them to come back guilty on those murder charges. I'm sorry. That's just, I was surprised. I wasn't happy about it because it was what was supposed to happen, but I was surprised. I was surprised.
I can't say that I wasn't because like I said in I think either the last episode or episode before that, the difference between manslaughter and murder is what you meant to do, right?
Right.
So like the thing that I'm like kind of like I just don't really know. Like this is just like not my. I was wondering when a verdict came down because they read the murder count first. So I was expecting, when they said guilty, I was like, he's not guilty on the other two charges because the difference between the two is that, you know, you meant to cause this level of harm and kill versus you meant to cause harm and you didn't mean to kill. And then they ended up lying. So I was like, oh, like how did they, I don't know. And that's something that I just got to do my research on. Like that's not here nor there. Right. I was not surprised at the murder. The outcome I thought was going to happen, I thought he was going to get charged with murder and not manslaughter, and then people would be upset about it because not really knowing the semantics. I don't understand how you can kneel on somebody's neck for 10 minutes and not mean to kill them.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Like how could a jury not see it? Doesn't matter what your political affiliate. Like I don't understand the argument. And every single like just like Left said, like people always got to be a contrarian. Just like Brett Favre nut ass talking about, I mean, what he did was wrong, but I can't imagine that he meant to kill him. Like, how do you not mean to kill somebody by kneeling on their neck for 10 minutes?
I mean, no, I agree with that 100%. And I don't in any way, shape, or form think that there should have been anything. So just to be clear, my expectation, regardless of what I know we saw, was that some of that shit was going to slide. And the reason why is because, like we spoke to earlier, it's simply my experience. I've seen it. See, you are a little younger than us, but you weren't like really front and center for 5 white cops whooping the shit out of a brother on tape that we saw.
That was 1992.
I know what I'm saying. Like you weren't born for that. So we saw that shit happen in real life. Yeah. And in our minds, particularly because we were young at the time, we're like, well, there's no way in hell we could see something like that and those dudes not be guilty. And they found every last one of those motherfuckers not guilty. They beat the snot out of Rodney for driving a Subaru too fast.
Wasn't that nigga shermed up though? I mean, I ain't trying to call because he just passed away. But wasn't he like shermed up though?
He was absolutely high as hell. But 5 white men with billy clubs and sober anybody up.
I don't know if you ever dealt with anybody on Sherm, but Sherman Hemsley ain't nothing to fuck with.
Big red goop.
Listen, bro.
No, but
like I said,
I
get it, man. Like I absolutely get it, but like, and I spoke about this before. It's a trauma thing, right? Like when you go through things and you see things happen and you understand what should be the outcome, and everyone else around you sees the same thing you see, but yet the results you get is completely adverse to that. That shit happened 2 or 3 times. You don't have any confidence that things will go right. Like I like you lived through George Zimmerman. Like, how the hell is he not under a jail? And because of a weird ass state that he lives in, and a few other little bullshit, like loopholes and so on and so forth. Like, this motherfucker should be.
Why is he not
electrocuted? I mean,
like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, when you speak of George Zimmerman, like, number one, that automatically brings up something different in me, because him and my brother, Trayvon Martin, and my brother died less than 12 hours apart. You dig what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was less than 24 hours apart. My brother and Trayvon Martin died less than 24 hours apart. But the issue is we got all these people who run around, like in Florida. Like, you got people in Florida who doing the most outlandish shit you probably think of. All these murders that go on in Liberty City by itself, AKs and all that. Why
George Zimmerman face ain't getting ate off yet?
Still walking the street,
right?
Because he not though. There's a very slim annex to that question. What you got? What we had to realize is, and this is something that I've seen, what I've noticed over time. Think about when what's the boy named Kyle Rittenhouse? Think about how much money was donated to him to make sure he's good. When this person happens, how much money gets donated to them? When this person happens, how much money? George Zimmerman is living love. And didn't he sell the gun?
He did.
Exactly.
He auctioned off the fucking gun.
Shit right there. That right there should have got it.
So he can be laid up. that's why nobody touched him. Y'all kill X and let Zimmerman live. The streets is done.
Real shit. So I come around to all that just basically to say I am not in any way, shape, or form excited. I feel like when we start seeing these things happen on a consistent basis, to point towards the numbers that Left gave us earlier, when these things start happening on a basis that's of regularity and consistency, that will make me smile. Those just things accountability. Will make me happy.
Just basic accountability.
Because basic accountability should not be celebrated. This is just what the fuck we should expect. And I don't understand.
Charlemagne said some fly shit when he was like, what? Basically, he gave somebody donkey a day. I don't remember who it was. He gave somebody donkey a day, and
like always,
he said something along the lines of, "It's not enough to just convict. It's not enough to just fire. Like you know what I mean? Like, they could lose their job. There's been people who have gotten fired at one department because of unnecessary use of force, and then get another job somewhere else. That shit happens. But when we start to tap into that pension system, like the things that they can get paid out in the civil suit, but no, it should come directly from that person. When you know what I mean, like, and that's a blue thing, because you got to look at Freddie Gray. Look what the all those cops look like. They weren't white.
No, you're right.
Latino.
It's a blue thing. And I'm not saying, and there's so much more of a systemic issue when it comes to. I'm not saying that racism is not under that umbrella by any means, but there's so much of a systemic issue. I watched. I went back and it's funny. I went back and rewatched this interview recently just for Charlemagne to post the shit today. Nate, what's his name? He's an actor. He's on the Great Debaters. God damn, his name slipped my. It'll come to me.
Okay.
But the comparison that we compare all the time, slave catchers versus police officers. And then he drew a parallel, and I was like, damn, that happened to me recently, where you slave catchers would go out if they seen a brother or a sister somewhere and it looked like they wasn't supposed to be there. They either killed them on the spot or they brought them to the nearest plantation, asking whose nigga is this. And I remember I told Nate Parker. I actually, fun fact, Nate Parker was a very good wrestler, wrestled for Penn State. So I like to put that out there. So I told KP this one time. One time I got pulled over on a deuce. And I was like, I ain't get no ticket. I didn't get a ticket. So dude was like, yeah, you went around that car without putting your blinkers on. As I'm talking to the cop, man, through a red light. So me being from Jersey, where now that shit's starting to happen. But in my childhood, the cops shut that shit down immediately. Like I couldn't ride my dirt bike on the side of the house. So,
no, they ain't play that.
Yeah, so the cop, he started. I was like, bro, you pulled me over for going around a parked car in the middle with the flashers on, and these niggas like just making a joke with him. I was like, these niggas doing wheelies and shit through a red light. He was like, yeah, but they from here. You not.
Talk that shit, yo.
Yeah. I hit him with a smooth. I don't know if y'all watch Rick and Morty. I was like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah,
he just laughed. But so Nate Parker said, same thing. You end up like, oh, boom, bring it full circle. The young brother that got accosted by that lieutenant or whatever, because you don't look like you from here.
Right.
So why are you in this neighborhood? That shit has been happening for the last 500, 600 years.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have y'all been pulled over because y'all don't look like y'all from here? Now, granted, this is a very amicable transaction
or you
that
look
I had.
like you're from here, or you look like you're too much from here.
Right.
One or the other.
Yo, my best friend in life, my boy Chris, he's a cop in Camden now. Me and him, we was like 18 years old. Chris got his first. He got a car before I did. So we go to the Wawa down the street from my house where I grew up. And dude, to this day, I can't tell you what his name is, but I can tell you that he worked with my sister at McDonald's. And I know the dude is cousins with my sister's best friend, Rochelle. Can't tell you what his name is. I just know that I know him and he used to be at my house. So
shout out to Rochelle cousin. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. So we sitting there, we at Wawa, and he was like, "Oh, you Tay little brother, He lit like just. And then he was like, yo, can y'all give me a ride to the village? Y'all don't know nothing about Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, but the village ain't, you know what I mean? Like you're not really supposed to be in the village after dark.
Right.
So,
right.
So I'm like, yeah. So I told her, yo, he ain't gonna do nothing goofy. If we do, we won't fuck him up. So it don't matter. We drive him off in the village. Cop pulled us over as soon as we pull out of the village. White cop told us, he was like, you know what? I don't see too many white boys coming out of the village after dark. And if they are, they're probably buying something. So both of y'all get out the car. Cop didn't really search me that much, but he ran down on Chris. Now knowing what I know, that's completely illegal because you racially profiled this white man because he just left a black area.
Because all he's there for is to buy drugs.
So then, but the funny thing is, the cop say to us, I was like, yo, we just dropped off one of my sister's friends. What's his name? What apartment he live in? Man, I don't know. I just know we saw him at Wawa. He used to be friends with my sister. He was there drunk. He asked us for a ride, and I said yes. He was like, sounds like you picked up a stranger to me. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I was like, well, you fucking right. But you don't look like you're from here.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, man. No, you're absolutely right. Being in the wrong place and sticking out like a sore thumb and can be a red flag just in general for the law. So but all right. So we 28 minutes in. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let you get back to. We're 28 minutes in. Literally Think podcast for the people. Thank y'all for tuning in and being here with us. Everybody who's giving us even a moment of your time. We are currently discussing the Derek Chauvin verdict and the some of the outline pieces of that. We left. I'll let you have last word on it though, because I'm done. I don't want to hold on to no one topic too long, but I'll let you have last word.
Right. All right. So my reason, like, and it's a lot of people who look at me and they be like, you be on some weird shit because you seem like you're so anti-police, and I'm not anti-police. I'm a person who sees things straight down the middle, and if you fucking wrong, you wrong. And if you right, you right. But the reason I'm apprehensive to, be a person that jumps to the defense of police. I can't even remember exactly how old I was, but I know that this moment made an impression on my life when it came to police. And my dad, this old ass fucking gray Honda and shit, which he ended up giving to me after I came home from the military. It was like a 1984 Honda, but we going whatever. But just one day we were on our way to my grandma's crib, and my grandma lived at 10th and Susquehanna. So we on Diamond Street, and at the time, like there's a law that states that you're not allowed to make a left turn on a red light because you're crossing against traffic. But if you're on a one-way street, you can do this shit as much as you want to, as long as there's not a no turn on red sign.
Right.
I've heard. So, I know exactly where you're about to go with this story. Go ahead.
So we're at 9th and Diamond. My dad waits. He makes the left turn, and then the cop starts to follow us. We get to 9th and Susquehanna. He makes the left turn. As soon as he make that left turn, whoop whoop whoop. The fuck is he pulling us over for? Mind you, like I'm young, so like Tiff is in the back seat. She, what the fuck going on? Like it's a crazy situation. So my dad, instead of pulling right over, he waits until we're in front of my grandma's crib. He pulls over, and now we getting like my dad's getting questioned, and now it's like before the questions even start, it's probably a good 5 police cars there now. And it gave me a mistrust for police because of the fact that this one cop was abusing his power. You don't know exactly what the law is, and you're trying to make an example out of my dad. Now, we all know what the law is, what the law states at that point. Like I just said it, like I just put it out for y'all. I laid it out for y'all. So if you don't know, now you should know. Like you're not allowed to make a left turn on a red light unless you're on a one-way going into a one-way.
Mm-hmm. Can we touch on something real quick? What you saying that you saying that the abuse of power, that's very valid. You want to know why that pulling up to a regular, your dad got pulled over for making a left turn on a red light. Y'all had 5 police cars behind y'all. Step 1 on the level of force continuum is physical presence. Why do you need that many police officers on a traffic violation, on a possible traffic violation?
Exactly.
Not even a guarantee. Exactly.
Level 1 of the use of force continuum is physical presence. You being there is already use of force. So why do you need 5 motherfuckers?
Yeah,
or
man.
10. You know what I mean? Between 5 and 10, because some people ride buddy.
I'm about to say, they got partners. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
So within that situation, and seeing how these police officers handled my dad, it made me look at, like, I was always skeptical of police officers since that moment. Like, right. And mind you, at the time, I'm maybe a teenager. Let me see. Right. Let me see. Tiffany is 8 years beneath me in as far as years. So I can't even tell you exactly how old I was. So I just remember she was in a baby seat.
Right.
But that's, to give you some context, like I'm 40, I'll be 43 in a month, 2 months.
Yo, bro.
I'll be 43 in 2 months. Yo, shiz. So it, like, that shows you how deeply ingrained in me that is. So it's at least 30 years.
That's trauma. But that's what I tell you all the time. I'm a big believer in that shit, man. Trauma is real, man. We live with so much trauma as a people, and our experiences in the neighborhoods and the things that we grew up with and upon, that people who don't have that, who aren't cut from that, don't understand the scars, and like Left is saying, like that's a scar, man. Like
and
at
the
a young
wild part
age, you
about it,
saw that shit. Man.
and
Go
the
ahead.
wild part about it is, like, me and my pop, we've started to gain a better understanding of each other within the past year. You know, like, our relationship has gotten a lot stronger than what it was because we fell out over him push me into the military.
Right.
So that situation right there, like, we had a conversation about it, and he still got a ticket over the situation, even though, like, the supervisor came to the scene and told the officer he was wrong and everything. My dad still had a ticket over the situation. He still had to go to court over it and everything. Now, we didn't talk about the specifics of what they gave him, like how much the ticket was and him actually fighting it. But he told me, like, yeah, they still gave me a ticket over the situation.
Was it because he had already started writing it when the supervisor got there?
I can't even tell you.
I mean, because once you start writing it, I'm not, defending this by any means, but once you start writing a ticket, you can't just, because they're all docketed. So, like, they'll be, oh, you know what? Then you just gotta go to court, and then and you
just fight. Yeah, they give you the bullshit.
But yo, this is the funny shit, because you fast forward 20 plus years, right? I worked for Fairmount Park Commission, and at this time, this is after you left, Kev, but at this time, they had given us ticket writing authority when it came to traffic violations, like parking violations. So we using the same exact tickets that the cops use. So if somebody show up, it's at my discretion whether or not I'm going to give you this ticket. So Ari, I'm writing, you pull up, like, you show up, all right, oh shit, this is my car, my bad, like, all right, cool. I have the discretion to rip that ticket up. He just wanted to be, all right,
what he wanted to be. Right.
Yeah, like, it is what it is. So that's one of the things that most of the white community don't go through. This is something that they don't deal with because they're sheltered from this. And then when you have this conversation with them, they like, no, it can't be that. It can't be that. No, it is. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and try to embellish what I've been through to make it seem like it's even worse. No, if I tell you that this is how it happened, that's how it happened, because thank
you, Logan, for clearing that up. Tickets can be redacted. Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't benefit me to make the story any crazier than what it is. No, I lived it.
Right.
I'm just giving you my experiences.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. That's what we do.
There's always that person on the other side that feel like they was from the hood, or they like, I grew up with nothing. My mom didn't, my dad wasn't, and I'm, look at me, I made, you know what I mean? But, like, bro, the one thing you didn't have to deal with is weaponized skin.
Right, exactly. That's about to say. I don't care what neighborhood you grew up in. I don't care what your experience. Let me not say I don't care. I don't think that it matters those things if you aren't of the African American persuasion. Like, if you haven't really been judged the moment you walked in a room simply because you were different than the rest of the room, then you don't understand. And even if you have had that happen and you walked into a room full of black people and you were the one white person, I promise you, we weren't worried about you hurting us. Yeah. We might have been like,
how you earn your stripes to get up in here?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
How you earn your stripes to get up in here?
But we not worried about you. So until you can understand that is a different sort of
this past weekend, I'm in Annapolis, Maryland with my folks, my white folks in Annapolis. And like, I'm walking, 3 people in front of me
every fucking day.
one person behind me, and bro walking by, he say good morning to the people in front of me, and then I say good morning because I'm with them. I'm with them and the person behind me.
Yeah,
I'm trying to respond as a group.
Yeah, good morning, bro. He looked me dead in my. You want to know what's the thing that tripped me out? He didn't even give me one of these. You know how when they give you the. He didn't even give me one of them.
Sorry, I can't speak to you, guy.
Yeah.
He ain't hit you with that.
I know your type, buddy.
So I was like, oh, he ain't hear me. He ain't hear me. But he looked me dead in my face. He ain't hear me. Say good morning to the person behind me. Motherfucker, you heard me. Kept it pushing.
Yo, G's. What's up?
GG!
Yeah, yo. All right. So we've been on this for 40. And I still got one other thing I want to get into. So I actually got a couple of, but we going to keep it on that day. So y'all know what's next. Mikaya Bryant, situation in Ohio. A young lady calls the police. Rest in peace to her, man. Definitely. Young lady calls the police. And then she says that there are a group of women in her house trying to assault her. And police show up. It's a whole scuffle and a melee. And one of the officers ends up shooting the young lady who called the police. And she passed. So, man. This one's loaded.
There's so many layers to this one.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm going to let you start criminal justice degree.
Oh man, y'all motherfuckers gonna hate me because
no, I want to hear.
Not y'all. But I mean, the facts are the facts. Like, you pull up to like me as you hop out the car. Like, you hop out the car, you see a scuffle going on. You see somebody swinging a knife. The likelihood of somebody dying from getting punched in the face is extra slim, but the likelihood of somebody swinging a knife and doing some major damage is very high. So neutralizing to save the life, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but what I will say is shooting a taser doesn't do nothing in that situation. Because I've seen situations where tasers have been deployed. So we've talked about this before with the X2 taser, and I've talked about, how I've, had to carry them in the past. And so a taser shoots out two prongs. I think people have this video game conception of what tasers do to people, that it just shoots out electricity like it's the fucking, I don't know, black lightning. Like it doesn't. Right. It shoots out two wires that have a harpoon on the end of them. Okay. The wires can, I mean, fuck it. I mean, y'all want to get into it? I can show y'all me getting tased before. Like I have video of it.
We don't gotta take it that far, but I remember you telling me that. Both
harpoons connect with the subject, right? And then a current goes through. If one of those harpoons missed, there's no current. The current doesn't connect. The idea is that you're supposed to line it up. There's with the tasers, there's two beams that come out. The top, it should hit your top and the person's bottom. Therefore, it locks your whole body up. But let's say one hits just the top. Your legs can still move, and your top is not all the way locked up because it doesn't hit all of your muscle groups. If it just hits the bottom, your top is free. Your bottom is locked up. You could do what you want with the top.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's a terrible situation because she's defending herself.
Right. So, all right. Left. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go last.
Oh,
I'll let you go. Okay.
I mean, this is normally how it goes, but this is a conversation I've had with my folks this week as well. And
I mean, that's usually what we talk about here.
Before I even speak on it, rest in peace to this young lady.
Absolutely.
For sure. Absolutely. Because above everything, she didn't have to die. Now, I'll say that. She did not have to die. Go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead.
Let me set the scene. I'm going to set the scene from the officer's point of view. Which people would be like, you from the officer? Yeah, exactly. From the officer's point of view. You pull up to a job. You don't know who called.
Who's who?
All you know is that there's a knife involved. And you see this young lady swinging a knife with reckless abandon. She about to fuck that girl up that's wearing the pink. You see it. Like it's on video. So everybody who's been sharing it over social media, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And you're in your mind like, dog, what am I supposed to do? Your trainer has told you to neutralize the threat. That's what your training has taught you. So legally, you are bound by what your training has taught you. I hate the fact that this has happened to a young lady of
Young queen.
a young queen of African descent. I hate that it's happened. But at the same time, she was trying to stab another queen of African descent. I can't go and wave my flag of black power for you when you was trying to kill somebody that looked just like me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you just as much as I love this one right here, the one that you were trying to kill, but you were trying to kill her. Your actions showed me that you were trying to kill her. Mind you, the underlying thing is you were protecting yourself. That was her knife that you somehow got hold of, but you were trying to kill. So if I show up to the scene and I see this, the optics of the situation show me that I have to protect her. It's not about protecting you at this moment. And there's so many people who speak on escalation of force, and they speak on, well, you could have tased her, you could have, you could have tackled her, and you could. No, you meet force at equal level.
Above.
Yeah. Wait. You're speaking on what you know, and this is what y'all taught. But how I understand it is, cops ain't giving knives.
Right.
That is not part of the police equipment. Like that. That's not part of your load up or whatever. How do you say that shit on Call of Duty and
Call
shit?
of Duty, your load up. Yeah.
Your load up. That's not what you get. So, all right, mommy, so you show up to a job. All right, I got pepper spray. Nope, that's not meeting the force.
Back is turned.
I got a taser. That's not meeting the force. She got a fucking knife that don't meet it. So the only thing that meets or exceeds the level of force I need in order to neutralize this threat is my pistol. I had people talking about rubber bullets. He didn't have rubber bullets.
Right.
So he got to use what he got. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. He had to do what he had to do.
So I got a few comments. No, go ahead. Say what you got to say. I'm gonna get into the comments in 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's what I was about to touch on. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna just. All right. I got two schools of thought with this, right? And number one is I'm gonna just show y'all something, right? And then you tell me based off the question I asked. Now let's just assume for a fact that for a second that you don't know any of the facts of this case, right?
Right.
You don't know shit. All you know is what I'm about to show you right now, right? If you pull up, if that's your mom in pink, that's your daughter in pink, that's your aunt, grandmother, cousin, if that's your family member in pink right there, and you see that, what do you want the police to do right there in that moment?
What I want to know what the conversation would be if the person with the knife was a white person.
See, and I get that, right? I absolutely get that. And I'm not saying that that's not a relevant situation, but I want to know, here's the thing, right? I have, and I tell y'all this, we was already talking about this. My attitude towards all of this is just complete cynicism. I don't believe that good things come of dealing with the police because I don't have a trust for them. I believe I agree with Left 100%. So to the second point of what I want to say, there were all these people there. And as more and more video becomes available, you see that this wasn't a 5-minute situation. This was going on for several minutes, for a long time, with dozens of spectators. with dozens of spectators. We got the whole neighborhood watching this shit, but everybody just letting this shit happen to the point where you know this because the young lady had to call the cops for herself, for several motherfuckers at her space. You understand what I'm saying? So at what point are we accountable for trying to make sure that we don't have to involve the police? At what point, if we got 30 motherfuckers around, can we not just be like, you know what? Squash this shit. Because if the cops get here, goofy shit gonna happen. Right. How many examples do we need of the fact that when we call cops to our spaces and our neighborhoods, goofy shit happen? So do a better job of not even getting there. And the perfect example in this, it's not a song called "Fuck the Fire Department." There's nobody made a song called "Fuck the Firefighters." We made a song called "Fuck the Police" because the police come in our neighborhood and do shit the way they choose to do it, as opposed to dealing with the realities of our neighborhoods. Right. So I hate the fact that this young lady has passed. And I hate the fact that it went down the way it did. But at certain points within this, we got to understand that there are steps that can be taken within this to make sure we don't got to bring these motherfuckers who don't care about us or our outcomes or our well-being into our situations. And that's what I read out of this more than anything. Like I said, it ain't no song called "Fuck the Fire Department."
Right. I'm about to make one.
Fuck
the security guard.
We even got a song saying "Fuck the security guard."
To your point, there's two pieces that I definitely want to touch on. One, a situation happened in my hometown, Atlantic City, New Jersey, where this brother, his name was Ibn Ali Miller from Atlantic City, good brother. He was walking by and he saw two young boys getting into a fight, and he stopped them from fighting because just to your point, you know what type of goofy shit goes on when that 911 get dialed. And the sad part is, it went viral. He was on Ellen, all types of stuff. Yeah, it was right behind Back Maryland. I mean not Back Maryland. The Village, the place called. So to your point. And then also I see people online like saying like, oh, like, well, I bet they won't show up to nobody house again to jump nobody because now they got to live with that with the regret. Bro, fuck all that, because there's so many more levels to it than that. Because it's all them motherfuckers standing there. I guarantee, how many people you think got the actual video on their phone from start to finish?
A lot.
You know how many fights I've been in high school where, I mean, not glorifying it, but motherfuckers probably got videos of me getting busy. Probably on their old laptop, probably on their old phone. People don't think it's the bystander effect. The first thing I'm gonna do, or even take it a step further, you ever see the social experiment where they got the person in the elevator getting stabbed, and how many people take their phone out first and then run? Like, it's there. People want to have, like, just want to be bystanders. Like, there's this, absolutely. The people involved in that situation, who was around that situation, really got to look at themselves, because now we got a girl who was what, 13, 14, 15,
16, I believe.
16.
Not here because she was defending herself, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation, man. Like I said, there's no good in it as far as the outcomes and the and it, like everybody loses in this situation. Mm-hmm. There's nothing as far as like the people that went to her house. Like, y'all don't get no wins out of this because it's y'all fault. Because at some point, one of y'all should have been mature enough to understand that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this shit ain't worth it. And clearly, y'all put this young lady in a space where she felt like she needed to get busy, and was about to like jail yard poke one of y'all up.
Here's the crazy part about this. Like, because I believe she was in the foster home. You know what I'm saying? And her foster father. Like, all right, so you see the young lady on the ground, she got rushed onto the ground, and then that's when the young lady went to stabbing the girl in the paint. But if you look and pay attention to the video, you see somebody kicking the girl on the ground. That's her foster father.
Now that's deep right there.
So there's a veil that's being, laid over the situation. Like, people are acting as if this is a situation that's, okay, black lives matter, and they do. But no, this ain't one of them situations. I hate to have y'all feel some type of way about it, but this ain't the situation. And I don't care about people talking about pepper spray and tasers and, batons or whatnot. Like, this happened in the commission of a crime.
That's, like, hey, man, listen.
Look, wait, before you even go there.
Good.
People have talked about how Dylan Roof went into a church in South Carolina and killed dumb people. He did. But the cops didn't show up in the commission of this crime.
Right.
The cops showed up in the commission of the crime of her trying to stab somebody else. This is what he saw.
Right in the middle. Right, right.
His job is to preserve life. That's his job, plain and simple. And he followed the protocol of his job. I'm sorry if anybody feels some type of way about me having this opinion on this. And I really wish it didn't go down the way that it did, but it did. And y'all got to look at it from the point of, I showed up. Like, even if it wasn't a white cop that showed up and did it, if it was a black cop and he showed up and did it, this is what his training taught him to do.
See, here's the thing, right? And this is what, and that's a perfect segue into my closing point about this. So what we have now, and shout out to Logan, because we haven't had a whole lot of Twitch viewers. So Logan's checking us out on Twitch. We appreciate you, Logan. And what he says is absolutely true. Like, it's unfortunate. And the people are going to disagree with us on this, and that's okay too, because we're not here to have arguments. We're here to have discussions. Right. You know what I mean? We want to get it out there. We want to have a talk, but we can't act like everything is just supposed to be forgotten or forgiven simply because the victim of this particular situation shares our hue. I absolutely want all of our people of our, like, I'm unapologetically black in everything I do, and anybody who knows me knows that. But I also am going to tell you when someone's wrong, regardless of their color. And in this particular situation, this young lady didn't have to die. I want to say that 17 times or as many times as it takes for people to understand. This young lady did not have to die. I do wish that there were better de-escalation trainings. I wish that there were situations where things could be handled differently. I wish the people who were there and on site for that situation prior to any police getting called would have done a better job of trying to de-escalate it within their own circle. All of those things would make me happy. But as we stand here and we have this discussion, all we have is what we see. And the reality is that if that officer doesn't shoot that young lady at that time, then we may be speaking of the funeral of the young lady in the pink. And then what? A life's lost either way. If that, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and weigh one over the other, and you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that for the sake of appearing a certain way to an audience. I'm going to keep it 100. Like, I wish that wouldn't have happened the way it did. But like I said, and when I showed that picture, like, if that's my aunt, I want the cop to shoot. If that's my mom, if that's my sister, if that's my girl, my wife, any of that, if I roll up and you got that thing cocked ready for the action she was ready for, and the cop got the choice of shoot or don't shoot, you telling me that you gonna say something different? Like, that's bullshit. I don't like, if you say that, that's cool if you want to say it for the narrative. I don't believe you though. I don't believe you. Like, I love my mother to death. Somebody run up on her like that, I don't care if the cop is white, black, Puerto Rican. I don't care if the person is Hindu, Spanish, I don't care about none of that shit. Make your move, because that person's ready to get busy on my loved one. And that's right. What I saw. And again, I hate that we're having this discussion based on another life of a young black queen being taken, because it doesn't have to be that way. But I'm not going to ignore what's real. And you know what I mean? So, but let's spin back around to some of the comments. We appreciate everybody checking in. We just about an hour in. Let Anything podcast for the people. We are on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Appreciate everybody checking us out on any of those platforms. Please make sure you like, subscribe, follow on everything. If you missed the beginning, it'll be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify in the morning. So just to swing back on a few of the comments, Keith Howard Jr., everybody's a cameraman. That's real. See, like Hood, that's a reality for you. You grew up in the camera phone era.
Yo,
like we didn't grow up in that shit.
Listen,
like at all. Like that's not the way we live.
I said this shit in a song, bro, on the intro of Hey Big Head. Bro, all of my niggas is shice. If I hear World Star, then I'm gonna fight for my life.
Right,
bro, that's real.
Yeah. It's definitely different. Like you grew up in it, like and see and Gigi, she our age. Too old for my damn fights to be recorded.
You're too old to be damn fighting in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. But the reality is, we too old to fight. Like I'm not. I don't know. It got to be my children or my wife for me to fight you at this point. Otherwise, we going to the trunk. Like I ain't going to you. We need to police our own without lethal weapons. It's crazy for us. That's real. Like we got to find a way to take care of our own shit again. And I mean that, man, because when we start expecting motherfuckers that don't care about us to handle us with a certain, like soft hand or care, that's just ridiculous. You can't expect them to give it. If they don't give a fuck, they don't give a fuck. Nothing's going to change them giving a fuck.
Right. And then, but even to that comment, luckily, I grew up in Egg Harbor City. Like, you know what I mean? I balanced my life between Egg Harbor City and Atlantic City. I went to school in Egg Harbor City. So most of the after school dealings was there. And it's a pretty tight-knit community. Are there microaggressions? Absolutely. Is there racism? Absolutely. But there'd be times where, like, bro, I've been brought home by the cops and be like, hey, yo, Darnell, your son out here bugging.
Right.
He bugging. And I've been thankful enough to have that level of interaction with the police officers in my hometown. But outside of my experience, there's so much of hey, let me get you home safe and tell your dad what you did before you get adjudicated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like the majority of the people don't have my experience because they didn't grow up. And bro, I grew up with like 3,600 people in my hometown. Everybody knew everybody.
Right. I'm just pumping some of these comments up because I want everybody who's rocking with us to understand that we see all your input and we appreciate it. And it's actually good. It's good comments on top of that though. So definitely needs to be said. I don't want none of y'all to feel like y'all chiming in and not getting that.
Can I breathe some fresh air into our, because we just hit the hour mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we hit the hour mark. Listen, hold up. I got something, and I'm gonna let you springboard off of this because this is positive to me, and I want to have this conversation.
Oh, good, because I think this is thorough.
No.
Mine was some bullshit.
This is thorough, right? So I don't know if y'all familiar with Southern politics. Mayor of Birmingham, Alabama, my man, Mr. Randall Watson, who is a Morehouse man, and I forget what fraternity of the Divine Nine he's in. But we're gonna shout that brother out because Randall Woodfin pardoned 15,000 people convicted of marijuana between the year 1990 and 2020. 15,000 pardons between the year 1990 and 2020. So shout out to him for that, because weed convictions are trash. If you're in jail for weed, you live in a trash state. And I count the state we live in for that, because there's brothers who are locked up in Pennsylvania over weed. If you are in jail because of weed, you live in a trash state. And the city of Birmingham is making strides, and Mayor Woodfin said he is not done yet. He still has work to do. So yeah, shout out to him for that.
That's just a waste of money, bro.
Exactly.
It's just a waste of money.
It's really like you cutting off your nose to spite your
when have you ever gotten violent off weed? Nigga, I want to go to sleep.
when have you ever OD'd off of weed? When have you ever gotten violent? There are no weed stories that scare me to the point. Well, there's one, and we'll get to it at the end.
Nigga, I want some cookies. That's it. I want some cookies.
Yo, are you going to tell the story or am I going to tell the story?
I'm telling it. You don't get to tell that story.
All right, check on that.
Years ago.
Check on that.
Well, you don't get to tell the story, but story times at the end of the show. We're gonna keep moving. But yeah. Hey. So shout out to Mayor Randall Woodfin of Birmingham, Alabama. Randall's handling his business, man. You got to respect the hell out of that. So I'm a springboard off of that, and we got some other serious shit to get into, but I might just table some of that because I kind of want to keep this good. Yo, so y'all motherfuckers, right? 420 was the other day. So
what I do? I was about to say, what I do?
I got pissed for saying.
No,
I got pissed for saying.
So here's the thing, right?
Because I don't smoke.
I love social media, but god damn it, like I tell y'all every week, I hate social media. Like I hate y'all so much. People can't enjoy shit. Like when I tell you I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, like I do every day when it's time for me to go to work, take my morning shit and take my phone in there to enjoy whatever nonsense has happened on social media overnight. This is my routine. It's what I do. Why, when I wake up at the same time as the sun, are you motherfuckers on Facebook, Twitter, and everything else complaining about 420? First off, the weed smokers wasn't even up yet. Y'all was up here complaining by yourself. Second off, why does it bother people so much that other people smoke marijuana?
No.
What is it about?
Let me make it. Let me take it a step further. The weed smokers that be like, hey, if you ain't a bitch ass nigga every day 420, nigga, I gotta work. I don't have time to be smoking weed all day like you. I don't live with my mother. I got my own house. I can't be sitting here smoking weed all day. That's what I can't do.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all, and then I got the questions and the like who was complaining because so I'm not going to do my Facebook friends like that. They know who they was and the police.
They gonna see this.
I'm not going to put you out there like that. What I'm saying is this, right?
Lefty having too much fun with that diet weed over there.
Yeah, no, he's over there with the hookah. And like, while we having a marijuana conversation, and he's just in a whole nother zone with this shit. Yeah, and that's fine, bro. That's fine. Listen, so right, like, so I saw one point. Now, let me say this:
it's life right here. It's life. Right
let me Don Julio, guy. If you know tequila, boy. Anyway, so y'all, so like I get that some of y'all was playing. Like we had posts being put up. Like I saw one post that said something about y'all celebrating 420 and your credit score of 420. Now, mind you, right? If you got to post your credit score 420, my kid's credit score is 420. Shut the fuck up! Like, I just gotta find something to complain about.
Look, wait! Before you go there, like, look, for all you people that's trolling people talking about their credit score of 420. My credit score went up 27 points the other day. Fuck out of here, bitch.
Yeah, no, that's what we love. We love to talk about that kind of
447,
shit.
My nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
447, my nigga.
Gang. Yeah. But no, seriously though, man. Like, listen, man. Social media. Shut the fuck up. Put your phone down. Like, it's okay. People are allowed to like shit that you don't like. Because guess what? Before Facebook existed, they liked that shit. And you didn't. And you didn't give a fuck then. Don't give a fuck now. Like, people think because you have a voice, you gotta say something. And this shit is so weird to me. Like, put your motherfucking phone down. Like, stop, y'all. Y'all really gotta stop this shit. It's okay.
Let other the funniest
people be happy. It's weird.
The funniest shit? In June, you want to know when we see this again? Another time a year? In June. You want to know why we see it in June? You want to know why?
Why?
It's Happy Father's Day to me too.
Oh, yo, wait a minute.
Happy Father's Day to me too.
All right. See. All right. I wasn't gonna go here, but now my nigga done started it. So, right, let me explain, right? As a dad, like, and this is no shot at anybody who may be listening to understand. Like, it's different levels of this dad shit. Like, some of us is dads, and some of us is like out here, like on this real live front line trenches shit. So when you have a motherfucker post up with some goofy shit on Father's Day, happy Father's Day to me, because I am not disrespecting your struggle in any way, shape, or form, sweetheart. I promise you, I got every bit of power behind your movement. My mom raised a couple on her own, like on 1,000. My mom did all that shit. But what you not gonna do after they already in the market and the advertising world can't let me have dads? I can't have Father's Day. It's dads and grads. Hold up. So what you mean to tell me is I gotta raise this motherfucker, make sure he graduate, and I'm sharing my cards with him? Kiss my ass. No, we're not doing that. Like, no. So let me explain. Like, for the dads out there, like, no, don't accept that shit. If you got ladies on your timeline posting Happy Father's Day to me as well, all I'm saying to you is block them for the day. Like, we do this damn thing for real. You ain't got shit on their parade. Let them have their moment, because you don't know what their reality is. If there's a young lady out there who raised 2, 3, 4 kids by herself with no dad, God damn it, do your thing. But I'm blocking your ass. Well, but I'm blocking your ass on Father's Day. You get on here talking that crazy shit, you're not going. I'm gonna miss your post. I promise you. I won't want to see none of it, because fuck that. Those of us who are here, 365 all motherfucking year, we not trying to hear that shit. Like, and we sorry that brother did that to you, and we hope he stubbed his toe on the edge of the bed every fucking night. But I promise you, you're not taking our day from us. So no, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Hood started that shit, but in no way.
I'll take that. You know, So you know what I mean. I just, I on those posts, I usually just send different pictures of sexually dimorphic fish, because I mean they're the ones that are able to do it themselves. So you must be one of them.
Hold on,
wait a minute. Because always takes it somewhere.
Listen. Hold on. Because here, my man sit here and he use a fucking word that not even a lot of people that's sitting here listening to the situation even understand that he said. Listen, tell him what dimorphic means.
No. Sexually dimorphic is just when like a certain gender is bigger than another gender. But there's also animals who can what's the word? Can naturally Caitlyn Jenner. You know what I mean? Themselves. Like, they can be a man, hold the sperm in a body, and then have a coochie later on, and then they can fertilize themselves.
Bro, we were doing so well, and this shit just went left so fast.
Right. Yeah, and no, I fuck with Caitlyn Jenner. That's a bad bitch.
Yo, oh shit.
Bro, I told you I had bullshit today. I was so sad that all this sad shit happened this week. Bro, I was so
every week, bro.
Wait. All right, hold up. So before we get all the way into the bullshit, because I got some goofy shit for y'all too in a hot second. Before we get into the bullshit, I want to spin the block on something. And when I say spin the block, I mean like officially, like really spin the block. Like, and I say this all the time. We so y'all recall, y'all recall last week we discussed Aaron Donald.
Oh,
well, we got to spin the block on Aaron Donald, y'all. We got to spin the block on Aaron Donald now, because some things have come out during that week that we got. Give me 1 second. I'm getting everything together over here. Okay. Hold up.
You're supposed to have it queued up.
Damn.
I had it queued up, brother, but it
happens, bro. It happens.
YouTube do what it want when you step away from it.
Yeah,
that's real.
Pittsburgh news.
We can't hear it.
Can we hear it?
Nah.
Y'all can't hear it?
She's now in the alley where the situation took place. As of right now, she's pointing to the area where it happened. Now,
so basically, since you can't hear the video with it, I'm gonna just narrate it for y'all. Now, y'all see how it's happening.
Damn.
This is Aaron Donald getting in the middle to stop all these people. Somehow the story came out.
Stop hitting that nigga. Look, don't do it. Don't do it. He going so me.
Yo, who hit that man with that Marge Simpson? Yo,
he got the mink, yeah.
That
no,
is
he
that
got
mink,
like a motherfucker.
Listen, he hit that motherfucker with a Bake Campo.
Yo, so listen,
all my
right?
Spanish people know what that means.
So as the story goes, right? Here's what happened. Apparently, Aaron Donald's in the club. Bro bumps into him, starts talking crazy to him. Aaron Donald don't pay him no mind. Get outside, Bull swings a bottle, hit Donald in the top of the head. Boom. The whole crowd whoops Bull ass. That's as soon as they see him make a move for Aaron Donald, they start fucking him up in real life. So then Aaron's like, damn, don't fuck him up on my behalf because he gonna put me in the lawsuit. Right. Gets in it, breaks it up, saves this nigga. Still no worries because Aaron Donald ends up getting sued regardless. And that's what happened. So on this show last week, we said Aaron Donald beat a nigga up over a bottle. Turns out Aaron Donald got hit with a bottle, and we apologize for fucking up the story. And we are men enough to come back and spend.
We're not apologizing because
no. What I'm saying is, we apologize for reporting shitty details. Okay, yes, we do. Okay. We will absolutely apologize for that. But we will also say that the overall point stands. Stop fucking with these NFL players. Like
We've been said that.
That point is real. And I'm not taking that shit back because y'all gotta leave these motherfuckers alone. Because clearly they got a whole alleyway full of Negroes ready to roll in a seconds because they whooped his ass without prompting. He swung the bottle, they fucked him up.
Who was the nigga that got knocked out last summer? Wasn't it a tight end? Got mink in the club. Buddy cold cocked him. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. And now I'm gonna have to think about
why do I want to say it was Dallas Goedert, but I can't.
It was Dallas Goedert. You're right. I was just about to get the Google searching, but it's 100% Dallas Goedert. Yes.
Yo, hold on.
He got fucked up.
I'll be right back,
bro. He was in South Dakota.
He wasn't home.
I know about South. I know about South Dakota because I used to live out there and shit. Anybody who think that they got a joke about me living out South Dakota, right there, because I live.
Hey man,
and
it be like that sometimes. Life is life and shit happens.
Look, you go to Sioux Falls and you trying to enjoy yourself, and people think that you ain't from here. We know you. Like we know who be around here, and you not from around here. So,
hey man, I tell you all the time, I applaud the shit out of you for living in South Dakota as a black man in America. You lived in South Dakota for like years, not like a few weeks, nigga. Like you did that shit for 4 years of your life.
3 and a half, but we want to say 4 because it makes it sound better.
Listen, hey, that 6 months means something. Fuck that shit, man. You was in South Dakota. Like, I don't really, I can say that shit 16 times and I just don't believe it. This nigga was in South Dakota.
Yo, but, and me personally, I can sit up here and I can talk to people, like, and I know what it's like out there. So, it's wild because, like, I know what it's like in North Dakota, too. Like, you got Carson Wentz out there in North Dakota State. And I've been out there too. You talk about Denver, Colorado. I've been out there too. So I know the climate out there. Like, shit happened. And look, the video of the Dallas Goedert situation is, look, he had no choice. And he had to move how he moved. But he went to sleep.
You're supposed to go to sleep. If you hit me from the side and you don't put me to sleep, your mom's a bitch, okay? Because I wasn't even looking.
This nigga always got a soundbite. This is
whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
We going to change your name from the light-skinned Keith Sweat to the walking soundbite.
Yo, bro, you always got one. We always got one.
It just means that your mom
though.
didn't struggle enough. Yo, you ever been hit and you didn't expect it, and then it was like, oh, nigga, like, why'd you do that? I do you one better.
Wait. Did you see the look? Like,
yeah, bro, like you could. So like now you got to get beat the fuck up because you thought that you was going to put me out, but now look at it. I do you one better. We used to play football at this church called the Moravian Church. We used to have this big field next to it. So we playing, niggas getting mad. Well, white people getting mad over each other. They going back and forth. White boys start walking away. Other white boy walk. Man, fuck it. I'ma just say names. Nick Harrell started walking away, and DJ Gunther felt some type of way.
Say names.
Hey, DJ Gunther, and the funny thing is, DJ was my best friend going up until this happened. So DJ swing with a haymaker. Whoa! And just missed, fell on the floor, and started crying. Nick Harrell looked at the nigga and was like, okay, and kept fucking walking.
Oh, damn. Yo, you always got a story about motherfucking leaving you in a bad spot, yo. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah,
like, I know what it is. I know what it is.
If you say it's niggas from Jersey, I'm gonna close my laptop. Say it's niggas from Jersey if you want to. I'm gonna close my laptop.
All right, I'm gonna stop because I need my show to keep going. I want you to stop.
Jersey, not Jersey.
Shit. Hold up.
Jersey.
North Jersey is a different state.
Jersey.
Jersey.
That's all I was gonna say was Jersey. No, I gotta fuck with y'all. Like I fuck. I fuck with the Jersey shit. No, that's. Hey Hey man, some of y'all brothers is different. Like you a thorough nigga, but you know good and well all y'all niggas ain't built like that. Let's just keep it 100. You got 3 stories you done told on this show that let us know some of them Jersey niggas a little different. So let's just
hold on.
You
told me some stories about some things. I just be airing mine out.
Philly niggas is weird. But we don't deny that. Y'all be acting like y'all not with like Jersey niggas be like, no.
See, look,
no.
Stop. It's a difference between South Jersey. South Jersey? I gotta make sure it's on camera. South Jersey and North Jersey. It's the difference. It is definitely a difference.
It's even the difference between like a Pleasantville, Camden nigga and an AC nigga. Like, it's even a difference in that.
Look, be like, yo, you live in Atco. Fuck you, dog. Like,
nah, I mean, it ain't no niggas in Atco, first of all. Second of all, I don't even remember what the fuck I was going to say, but fuck both of y'all, okay?
All I know, look.
It's all love, bro.
Because we talk about news right now. Like, we've been dealing with news. And if you go up to Perth, Amboy,
that's North Jersey.
North Jersey.
That's definitely North Jersey.
Look. I laugh about this because I went to school with a couple folks from the area of Perth, Amboy. It is crazy to even say this shit.
It sounds like you got to make a certain amount to live there.
No. Section 8, my nigga.
It sound like
Section 8.
No, it's different. It's different up there, bro. It's different.
Right.
Yo, shout out to my man Quick Links. And listen, we good peoples. When I was going to school for aircraft maintenance at AIM, see, I'm a different type of motherfucker, so y'all don't even know. But like me and one of his homies got into it over a conversation about Jay-Z.
Oh, you told us this. Yeah.
Exactly. So we talking Perth Amboy, like it's a crazy place. But it's a situation that's in the news right now about the young boys riding their bikes and the cops deciding that they want to decide.
Yeah, just give them a
take
ticket.
The bike. Why?
Right.
Yeah.
These young boys alone, they chilling, they ain't doing nothing, they ain't fucking with nobody. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Chill the fuck out.
I'm
gonna jump in real quick with some news that I just seen on a couple of different sites, so I can confirm it now. Seen it in the comments. Shock G of Digital Underground
My name is
I Get Around fame. He has passed at the age of 57.
Some peace.
We are getting him in threes, man. Like
Yo.
cousin threw it on there. I had to confirm it. See it on a couple sports,
I tell y'all
a couple
something?
different sites. I mean,
I don't even so niggas that went to high school with me know this. Bro, do you know my senior year in high school? Like my senior year in high school, we had the lip sync competition. That was a staple. I did the Humpty dance and almost got this teacher fired that let me do that shit. I had the nose on it. Yo, like I really fuck with Shock G. Like I really fuck with Digital Underground. Like I did the Humpty dance to the whatever the lip sync battle and shit.
Damn, that's crazy. My
senior year in high school. Miss Madre, if you watching this or if you listen to this, because I know you do follow your boy, you know exactly what I'm. She was Miss Houseland.
Indeed.
Almost got her fired because she let me do that shit. But it was her fault because she didn't make me audition. The year before I placed, and then the following year, everybody knew, D Hood gonna do something crazy. D Hood gonna do something crazy. She like, oh yeah, go. I already know that you gonna show out. I was like, all right, bet. And then I went out there in the whole get up. And damn, bro, that really hurts my heart for real.
Damn, rest in peace, Shock G, man. That's again, like I tell y'all so often, man. If you was outside, oh nigga, if you was outside, even if you was outside for I Get Around, like, and he like, and that was
man,
like if you was that
in your panties.
That whole era, man. Them brothers had a movie. They was in a movie. Like, you know how hard it was for rappers to be in movies back then? Like, now it's like, you know, they could just get a camera or iPhone and film their own damn movie. Right. And Netflix will buy it. Like
was carrying fucking records at that moment.
For these brothers. Right. For these brothers. Hey, so, yeah, no, like, we going to show Shock G some love.
Because it's funny that you say, because last week I had this and we didn't get to it. Why does, two questions. One, who's the coldest rapper turned actor? That's one thing. I'm pretty sure we all have the same answer. Two, how come when rappers turn to actors, hip hop fucking forgets about that? Bro, my stutter is so crazy. On the Boondocks, he was like, yeah, Ice Cube used to be the coldest nigga, he the hardest. He was like, what? The nigga that be in family movies? But that's just real life.
That is the rollout though. Like, you're not allowed to prosper beyond it. Like, and I'll tell you, the coldest rapper turned actor is a toss-up, honestly. I'm not mad at anybody for one of three answers. You got it. If you tell me that you feel like the answer to that question is either Ice Cube, Will Smith, or LL, I'm not mad at you for any of those answers. Because
you said I feel like not that you was gonna say Ice-T. I almost closed my computer.
No, I wasn't gonna say Ice-T. But he's fourth behind those three.
I can't be mad at Ice-T.
He's fourth behind those three.
Listen, that motherfucker done milk SVU for all the fuck you can get. My man, what is
ponytail to the Caesar?
Him and Mariska are the only two that's never leaving there. Hey, listen, like when that show go off, it's gonna be them two.
Doom doom. Hey, Mariska. Hey, holla at your boy.
Yeah, real right.
No, who got the hardest doom doom? SVU or Netflix?
Fucking SVU, nigga. Fucking
SVU got the original Doom Doom. They was Doom Dooming before niggas even. But like, wait a minute. That's a good answer right there. But I'm not mad at that answer.
He doesn't have a starting role. Like, what starting role does he have? That
he was really he was really good in Crash though, man.
Oh, and phenomenal.
Like, He doesn't have like a role, but he was really fucking good in Crash, yo.
Yeah,
he was really good in Crash. But
wait, stop before you even go where you about to go, because you're talking about Crash. Listen, Luda needs to never sign up. Like, look, he needs to never be in a role where Terrence Howard is in the because he has gotten his ass
fuck you, DJ.
Every time
fuck you,
he is in the motherfucking role where fucking Terrence Howard is involved.
Yo, that's a fact, bro.
Do not sign up for
come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, Iron Man.
Come on, Iron Man.
Iron Man, man.
Don't do it. Come on, Skinny
Hey,
Black
bro.
Man.
That's one of the coldest
No,
hip hop
no,
movies
no,
to
no,
ever
no, no.
touch.
Come on, Skinny Black Man. Why you gonna
Tell me
drop
this shit
my
fell out
tape
your pocket,
and then
man.
call it, man? Don't gonna tell me that fell out your pocket, man. Like,
Oh,
no,
man.
dog.
Yo, we not
So-
going, bro. We not gonna say DMX. We not gonna say DMX. We not gonna say
No,
DMX.
yeah, we're not gonna say X.
We're not gonna say
That's us missing X. X
Yes.
is not a great actor.
Well,
We're not
at
gonna
all.
lie. Like we believed him in his roles, but he wasn't an amazing actor. Now, Meth
No.
is a great answer. Method Man's
Fire.
probably.
Fire.
You know what?
Ah,
If it wasn't for Will Smith's acumen as far as like the type of movies he's been in,
Because he's been in everything.
because but I think Meth might be over Cube. Maybe
he might
maybe
True.
it's
True.
something to think about. Meth might be over Cube.
Meth been snapping.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
Hey,
good
yo,
conversation. Meth
Listen,
might be over Cube.
What's the movie where he threw the nigga off the building and he had the eye?
Who? Meth?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but my bad habits mess me up from having a good memory. Yeah, the Meth doing a lot right now. That's facts, cause he's everywhere right now. Meth is everywhere.
but I just watched Concrete Cowboy, and I'm
So did I.
upset with Meth. I'm upset with
I
Meth
ain't seen
because how the fuck you got a country accent and shit, and you supposed to be from Philly? Nigga, like where the fuck?
I think that was just one of those
Correction.
like embellishment.
No,
We gonna
listen,
make the story to what the story
don't try.
supposed
No,
to be
no, no.
things.
Don't try to be Southern when you in Philly.
Nigga, but New York.
Wait. I know that New York is south of, and Philly is south of New York, but you a motherfucker that's been in Philly and chill with Philly niggas, and no,
Bro.
you fucked up on that road, man.
We're not doing 50
I love
either.
you. but
No,
you
wait.
fucked up, man.
We're not doing 50.
Wait. I don't think we dismiss 50 that quickly, though.
Okay.
Certainly not as quickly as you dismiss X.
Can I tell you why? Can I tell
I'm
you
listening.
why?
I'm listening.
We love 50 movies, yeah, but they're not great. Like they're not Will's. And even I'd go out on a limb to say that Will Smith doesn't like. Will Smith will give you some stink. Will Smith will give you Samuel L. Jackson level stinkers. Let's just put that out there. We love 50 movies. They're entertaining. What he does well, but that movie was he lost that weight for fucking nothing. That shit was trash.
That movie was trash.
I
appreciate his dedication, but that was a bad movie.
He could have had them tattooed. He killed what? His fucking career almost.
No, he was fine. The movie was bad. I wasn't mad at him.
I was mad at his
was
Anthony
bad.
Anderson Scary Movie 3 Dreads. That's what I was mad at. That's what I was mad at.
That is one of the worst dread wigs ever. No, nothing beats Shamar Moore in that Tyler Perry joint. That's the worst wig in the history of movies.
Lucius Lyon with the dreads.
No, nigga.
Who,
Tap
Future?
in. What's the worst
Future,
dread wig in
nigga.
movie history?
Future.
Oh shit, yo.
Future?
Yo, nigga. I spit on Rachel slur honky sue me, nigga.
Yeah, no.
This ain't a horror film, but a white guy's
absolutely right. I hated Mikaya. I wanted to fight Mikaya for wearing that shit. Yeah, cuz 8 Mile for sure. I was so mad.
How come
Mikaya for that?
How come black people always put an S at the end of movie titles?
That's some us shit for sure.
That and whoever's the lead role, that's what niggas be calling the movie. Hey, y'all watch Craig and Day Day earlier?
That's the whole name of the movie. Craig and Day Day.
Yo,
you mean Friday, nigga? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the name of the movie? Fuck out of here.
Oh, real shit. Yo, so you know what's funny? Last week I meant to tell y'all that Bernie Madoff died. We didn't discuss it. I found that shit. Yo, this nigga. No. I'm about to say Bernie Madoff is to me, right? Like I find it just like incredible that people really, it was a time where you could just come in the room like, hey, listen, check this out, right? if you give me $500,000, I can turn your $500,000 into $8 million in 6 months. And niggas was like, oh, all right.
What's a susu? What's a loom? Oh, hold on. While we on the subject of multi-level marketing schemes and all that shit,
right?
Let me. Hey, public service announcement, my nigga.
Go ahead.
This shit making me so mad.
I know. I can say you about to get off. Go ahead.
If you fat as shit, don't try and sell me no flat tummy tea, no Nutrisystem, because I'm fucking fat. Don't try and sell me nothing because this shit don't work. Get the fuck out of my DMs because you see me at the gym every day. I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Don't sell me nothing because the shit, you fat fucking dough fucker, and you trying to sell me a flat tummy tea. Your stomach flat, but it still hang over your dick.
Oh man, yo.
Did you just say that a dicky do, nigga?
Yo, you wildin'. That's hilarious.
It be the fattest people shit, trying to sell me the man.
I see that a lot. I see a whole lot of that. Like, let's just be honest about the shit that we into, yo. Like, it's cool. Everybody don't have everything going on. You can't, because you see me post a picture of being at the gym, assume that I want to be on Herbalife with you. And on top of that, if your shit ain't right, why you think I trust that whatever you telling me to do gonna work?
Right.
Like, that's the most ridiculous shit ever. Like,
now, what I will say is there are people in my DM saying, hey, bro, listen, this is how I've been dieting. Because that's the hard thing for me. I could work out all fucking day. I could throw heavy weights around all day. That shit's light. But the dieting part. Yeah. So if you a big brother and you like, listen, this is what I've been trying and I've been noticing some changes, that's different. But stop trying to sell me to, yo, in 2 weeks you gonna lose X amount of weight. Because bro, where's it at? Now, if it's something that's been proven and you've been seeing success with it, that's different. But what you're not going to do is try and sell me to, hey, if you got to run to the corner and then make a left, hey, you can just cut through this field. That shit don't work for me, my nigga.
And nor should it. Because it's some bullshit. Like, stop lying to people.
And I can say what I want because I'm fat too, so I can make fun of fat people.
Oh yeah, no, don't get it twisted. We all over 250. we all over 250.
We all like they need to know that shit. Like,
hey man, listen,
you said it last week.
Goddamn adult.
Shut up,
like,
nigga,
I don't care. Like, listen, I am a grown. First off, bro, let's just keep it a whole buck. You stood up 3 times doing this shit. If you don't think niggas see the side profile, you wild. Like, you stood up 3 times. Niggas know what it's here for. We healthy motherfuckers. We like meals around here, and that's just what it is. So I ain't worried about that. But yeah, no, man, like. That just kind of goes to what I be saying though. Like light skin keeps sweat. Like, these are the things that I be discussing. These niggas on these apps is weird. Like, it's just fucking weird. And I don't understand. And I'm gonna let Left get into something because he kind of mentioned it a little bit this week. But I'm gonna let him do his thing. Literally Anything podcast for the people. We are here. It's Thursday. We rocking with y'all. We an hour and 30 in. We appreciate everybody that has tapped in with us thus far. We have had a consistent viewership in the teens today, which is new for us because usually it's about 10 of y'all. But we appreciate y'all either way. If you're swinging back on the Spotify or the Apple Podcast, please make sure you are liked and following and all of those things on that. But so Left, you hit us up with the super fan ball, with the Eagles ball. You want to get into that with that weird ass nigga? I'll let you. We only giving this nigga 5 minutes of our life though.
Ooh,
so like, I'm gonna let you.
Time, but,
all right, well let's go. We gonna give this motherfucker 3 minutes.
All right, what is it? EDP 445.
EDP 445 got caught up in some Chris Hansen shit.
Listen. I called
he got caught up in some Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
Who was that?
But you know the weird ass boy that every time the Eagles lose, be all emotional and stupid on the
Bubble Blast from SpongeBob. He be hiding pickles under his tongue.
EDP 445, aka Chris Hansen. I know your name, Chris Hansen. I call you Chris Handsome.
Go ahead.
Listen, oh my gosh! So basically, there's a couple people that's on not Facebook, on YouTube that do some Chris Hansen type shit where they decide that they bait people. And this he fell for the bait. And they reeled him the fuck in. So he thought he was supposed to be talking to a 13-year-old little girl or whatever. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got guns for niggas like you.
Never miss an opportunity to tell a nigga you'll shoot him, right?
I'm not a shooter. I'm not. That's not my thing.
I never said that. What I'm saying is an opportunity where it makes sense.
I got kids.
No, facts though.
I got daughters.
Yeah, we got daughters out there.
2 of them.
Yeah. Talk that shit.
So for a motherfucker like you, it's not a joke.
Yeah,
it's not a fucking game.
We be having smiles over here,
all
but
of
like
this bullshit that I don't give a fuck about an eagle, nigga. A nigga like you, fuck you.
Yeah, real shit.
And everybody like you.
And I'm about to say, and anybody that's on that type time, like, and I ain't gonna hold you. That's about all the time I'm gonna get at that shit. Cause I want to move on to something that makes me happy.
That's how I feel.
I want to move on to something that makes me happy.
No. Give me a good 60 seconds.
All right, I'll let you have another minute because this nigga done took too much of our time. Go ahead.
To a motherfucker like you, we raising up queens around these parts. And for a person like you, I don't care if it's a mistake.
That ain't no mistake.
Wait, bro. Cause I'm in the mode, all right, to debate anything that you decide that you gonna put out there in the fucking air. I don't give a fuck about mistakes, missteps. Fuck you. And this is how I feel. This
how
is
we feel, nigga.
Wait. To cover everybody's ass on the Literally Anything podcast. Fuck you. This is Michael Clark's opinion. If that's how you feel when you decide that you want to do anything to somebody who's beyond the age of 18 on the younger side, fuck you, dog. And I stand by my words.
Ain't nothing else to say. We don't need to keep harping on that. That is what it is.
Pussy.
So let me ask y'all something, right? Why is it that we have this thing, right? Where when things happen or positive things happen or good things happen for somebody, right? It's always like that one group of people that for the sake of like likes or comments want to be like weird. So my main man, Wardell Steph Curry. Like when I tell you Steph is on a different sort of cook right now, Steph Curry's on a different sort of cook right now. Like Steph Curry had an 11-game stretch where he hit more 3-pointers by himself than 11 other teams in the league. Like just think about that for a minute. Over an 11-game stretch, I as a single individual hit more 3-point shots than 11 other teams in the league.
That's a third of the league. Put that into perspective. That's more than a third of the league.
Incredible. It's a whole different thing. And yet I go in basketball groups and things in all these different types of places on the internet throughout the week. And all I hear is Steph Curry overrated, this and that and that and this. Like, I understand. Trolling is fun. I troll motherfuckers all the time. We had Hood tell us last week that one of his favorite things to do was be an internet bully. Like
that's what I subscribe to.
We are not above trolling and bullshit on these interwebs. But what the fuck, bro? Like, come on, man. Why do y'all disrespect Wardell in this way? And I call him Wardell like I know him and shit because like I feel like y'all just don't respect him. So I'm gonna respect him enough to call him what his daddy named him. Like y'all motherfuckers got
Me and Wardell basically grew up together
play.
for real. Me and Wardell basically grew up because I remember the Babyface. We grew up together. You remember when he was at Davidson? We know what he looked like. We grew up together. That's Wardell. We know him. He from the block.
But what I'm saying is that motherfuckers get out here and get brand new and be acting like you're not seeing greatness. Like, what is the problem with appreciating greatness in real time? Why can't we just enjoy shit when it's happening as opposed to trying to discredit motherfuckers? I learned this from the Jordan era. Barkley was my favorite player forever. I'll be the first person to tell you that. Charles Barkley was my guy. When they traded him to Phoenix, I was very upset. When he didn't beat Mike that year, I was very upset. Because of these things, I couldn't appreciate Mike's greatness in real time for his first 3 championships.
Charles Barkley do Pilates at Island Gym in FC. I swear to God.
I'm talking about Charles Barkley.
And I was a Patrick Ewing fan during
Charles
that time.
Barkley, the person, is a weirdo. But
I'm not. He do women's Pilates at Island Gym on Route 30 in Absecon in the summer months. I swear to God, niggas from my high school done seen it. I'm just
Anyway, so like I said, Barkley's my guy on that note, and because of all those biases that I had, I didn't really appreciate Mike in real time up until his last 2 seasons when he beat the Jazz in those championships. That was when it really got to me, when I was like, damn, this motherfucker's great. I really wish I would have been appreciating this prior to. What we have now is people who do the same thing with LeBron and with Curry, and it's just kind of like, it's more fun to hate on them than to actually just embrace what you're in the middle of. And like, it's weird as shit to me, but I think it's a product of the environment that we live in. Like we spoke earlier, motherfuckers record fights now, shit like that. Like we didn't have those things. So I guess maybe it's a mentality I can't fully like latch on to, but why can't we appreciate greatness in motion? Why do shit gotta be dead for us to go, yo, that was dope? Like that shit is frustrating because there's so much greatness happening in real time and people just refuse to appreciate it.
Yo, and it's wild because I mean, I'm gonna pass this to you for you to pass it to me because you know who I am. You know who my squad is.
New York Knicks fan.
I'm a New York Knicks fan to the motherfucking heart. I've been
sorry about that. We apologize for your heart leading you there at such a young age.
Look, I was a Knicks fan from the Patrick Ewing era. And it's a lot of people who look at the Knicks or who have been looking at the Knicks like them niggas trash. Shut the fuck up, dog.
Y'all on what?
Wait.
Before right now?
8
games.
Knicks
cooking right now.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on. I'm about to get busy because I've been waiting for this.
I'm about to say, you know what?
For the last 8 seasons, you've been waiting for the 8 games.
When nigga been waiting 26 seasons to get his shit off, you got a whole diatribe.
Since 2013 Linsanity, you've been waiting for them niggas.
No, I didn't even buy into the Linsanity because you could tell that was just.
This bro old school. He been waiting since 99 when them niggas went to the finals. That's how long he been sitting on the sideline.
I've been waiting since Allen Houston signed that fucking contract and fucked up everything that had anything to do with the Knicks because then he got injured and had to fucking retire.
Man, he didn't get. Allen Houston was the most overrated player in the history of NBA basketball. Fuck anybody who disagrees. Patrick Ewing made Allen Houston $120 million, and that's a goddamn shame because they kept doubling Patrick Ewing. He kicked it out to Allen Houston. That shit worked for 1 season, and the Knicks gave him $120 million. Like, nigga, as wide open as Allen Houston was, we all could have made that $120 million. And I'm a street shooter like a motherfucker. Like, nigga,
look, don't get me talking about you coming down the motherfucking court and not playing no fucking defense and stopping at the top of the key and throwing up a fucking shot and then backing up as if, like, nigga, that's going in.
I mean, that was me because I'm terrible at defense.
I wish the fuck I would play defense in a pickup game. Kiss my ass.
KP,
Y'all niggas ain't giving out no checks.
KP,
I'm not
tell you,
fucking
I'll pull up from half court with impunity. I'm not playing no fucking defense. I'll put my stomach on you and just we'll see what happens after that.
You wildin' if you think I'm gonna be out here sliding my feet, pulling groins, playing defense on you niggas.
But this is one of the things. Like, Hood, you over 6 feet, right?
Yeah, 6'3".
Okay.
Look, my man Hannah said Houston was automatic. He was though when he was open.
Listen.
After he signed that contract, that shit stopped. Go ahead.
Wait. No, but he was injured after the contract. But all right, this is the thing that you gotta deal with when you looking at the triangle offense that we deal with right now. Kev is 6'3". Hood, you're 6'3". I'm 5'9".
I'm gonna put one on your head.
Stop. But I could dunk.
I'm about to say, but don't get it fucked up. Before
I had bunnies, nigga. Before all of this weight, I had bunnies, nigga. So this is the thing that like motherfuckers don't understand. Like when I get to talking about basketball and shit like that, nigga, I had bunnies. So when you talk,
I'm a witness. He could dunk. Like 5'9" nigga will bang on you. Like the shit used to be crazy. Because I'm out there trying to throw him oops.
Trying to throw me oops and shit. We at motherfucking open runs and he trying to throw me oops. And the only reason that I'm not catching him is because he threw him too high.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm used to throwing oops to 6'5" niggas.
I'm that guy. So, like, my love for the fucking Knicks came from just the fact that I hated them being the underdogs, and I saw people that resonated with me. Fucking Anthony Mason is a fucking beast, and I will beat you the fuck up at all.
Anthony Mason
time.
always fighting.
Always fighting, nigga. Charles Oakley, always fighting, nigga.
He like fighting niggas. That's all that was.
Xavier McDaniel, always fighting, nigga. Fuck that. John Starks, fuck you, nigga. Like, I'm a dunk on.
Wait a minute.
John Starks got his bitch tucked up.
I was about to say
John Starks got his bitch tucked. He ain't do nothing then.
Yeah, I'm about to say John Starks is the Biggie story. So we can't put him on that list.
No, I thought that was Anthony Mason.
Either way, it's one of them.
It's one of the two.
And nobody jumped out the window to say it wasn't me.
But Anthony Mason was dead when it came out.
Oh, I didn't know that nigga died.
Yeah, Anthony Mason. Rest in peace, Anthony Mason.
Rest in peace, Anthony Mason.
Listen, when that story, like when John Starks had the what was the show on ESPN with the grandpop that was like Anthony Mason, you know?
Oh, and that nigga wasn't even Cuban.
Like,
listen,
he was asking John Starks who was it, and John Starks was like, "Nah, I'm not going to tell you who it was." Listen,
right.
Questionable. Like I can't remember the name of the story.
Highly questionable.
Highly questionable.
No. Right. The Dan Lebitard show.
Well, it was highly questionable because Lebitard was highly questionable because
that's
okay.
The pop was asking a question and shit was like, you know, who was it or whatever, and he wouldn't divulge who exactly it was, but it's a fucking true story. Shout out to Big.
Story. I don't want y'all to hear that. I got a story to tell and think Big made that shit up. That literally happened. It's been confirmed. Like that's a real story. And I believe
it was Anthony Mason.
Grab the keys to the 5, call my niggas on the cell, grab some weed. I got a story to tell. Wow. Like he did that shit. So like shout out to Big because that shit's real.
And that's crazy because how do you tell a story about a story?
Yeah.
That shit is
real
major. So that right there, that deserves some 1972 and some Doers 12.
Them two good bottles you got behind you for sure.
Wait, nigga, you got that off the bottom of Amistad?
Don't forget about the Clace Azul, nigga. Like fuck out of here, dog.
Hey yo, I want to ask y'all something though, because I don't know if y'all niggas saw this week. LeVar Burton about to host Jeopardy, nigga.
Get
Like,
oh,
what?
oh,
Nigga?
oh,
Green, Rainbow, and Jeopardy combined, nigga?
Because you said
Yo,
LeVar Ball. I think you said
legend.
LeVar Ball. I was like, man, get that nigga the fuck up. you ain't see my face?
No, you just made me mad because now I want LeVar Ball to host Jeopardy. Like I'm watching that.
Yo,
you wild.
I'm with it.
I watch that every night. No, LeVar Burton. Fucking
what is a
Reading
bench
Rainbow.
wrong? Nigga.
My son's smarter than you think he
Ball
is.
is the greatest of all time.
Every time I watch Jeopardy, I don't never get nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, LeVar Ball hosting Jeopardy. I would watch that shit all day. Real shit. No, but LeVar Burton is hosting Jeopardy for 2 weeks. That's going to be the most fire shit you ever heard in your life. All right, boom.
Every episode.
Get to that weed story.
We won. I'm about to say we won 54 in. Thank y'all for being with us for the last 2 hours. We appreciate the shit out of y'all. Everybody has been hanging with us. It's been all love, and we've been having fun. All right, so story time. Y'all know we like to give y'all little stories and things that we've been through and shit that y'all just might find amusing towards the end of the show. It's kind of what we do here. So I got a weed story for me and my brother, right? All right, so if anybody who knows us and is like close to us, y'all have heard this story before. But for those of you who may not know us as well, this story is new to y'all, and it's
wait. Before you even go any further,
go ahead.
Can I ad-lib the story?
You can throw in any. Listen, when you want to jump in, you absolutely welcome to jump in. I just want to give it to you. All right, boom. So we'll set the scene. I'm a manager at Foot Locker at the time, right? One of my homies has a store in the Gallery, which is now known as the Fashion District, but was then known as the Gallery Mall. So my man said, listen, I'm on vacation. My assistant is on vacation. No, he said, my assistant is on vacation. I want to have a day off. Can you cover my store for this day? It'll be some overtime for you, whatever. Now, mind you, I'm just trying to chase paper. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll cover your store for you, whatever the case is. My brother, was you home like for good, or was you just home?
No. I just happened to be home on leave. I was
right. So my brother's in the Air Force. He comes home. He's on leave, and you know, he wanted to tap in with me or whatever. So he knew where I was. I told him what my schedule was going to be hitting for, whatever the case be. I'm down there, you know, selling shoes, doing my thing, regular Foot Locker shit. Because I used to work there and I don't anymore, so I can say their name. Fuck them, Foot Locker. I was at Foot Locker selling shoes and shit. And I get a cut. Now I jump in the Gallery. There's another Foot Locker. There's a lady Foot Locker and there's a kids Foot Locker. I receive a call from the lady Foot Locker, which is one floor up. Hey, we got a guy up here. He says he's looking for you. Doesn't appear to be in great shape. Like, is there anybody available to come get him? I'm like, whoa, put him on the phone.
Stop before we even get there.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna rewind the situation. So I'm with my cousin Dean. I love you, Dean. If you're looking at me and you think that I'm sharp right now, appreciate Dean for that because he's a barber extraordinaire.
Right.
This moment, he gave me some tree. I don't smoke. I ain't never been a smoker. So at this moment, mind you, I'm in the military. I'm home on leave. So I'm like, all right, it's my cousin's birthday. I'ma smoke with my cousin because nigga, it's his birthday. Fuck it, let's do it. So we smoke, and I feel the effects of the situation. Now, for anybody who has stopped smoking after their first encounter with weed, you can understand where I'm at because that first time you smoke and get high. Because there's a difference between smoking and then smoking and get high. When everything slows down, like we walking and this shit just like everything got slow, dog. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We end up walking to the subway and shit. We get on the sub. I'm high as shit. And I've never been this high. Mind you, we used to steal weed from my pop.
Giraffe ass. That's how high this brother is. Giraffe ass.
Wait. When the weed used to come in a manila envelope, nigga, like the little, we used to steal weed from my pop at that point in life. So, all right, we steal weed, but this weed was on a different level. And then I come to find out this shit is Reggie. So we smoke, we walking, and I'm fucked up. We get on the train, and as the train is moving, if you are a person that don't really smoke weed, paranoia fucks with you. So it's just like we moving, and the train is just like so I'm hearing the fucking click clack of the tracks, and it's making my heart speed up because I'm paranoid because I smoke weed, nigga. I don't smoke. Bro, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm high as shit, and I'm trying to wrestle my feelings. Like, nigga, chill the fuck out, nigga. You got this. We cool. We gonna deal with this. So
nothing's cool. We're not dealing with it. Go ahead.
So we got on the train at Susquehanna Dolphin. Anybody who knows Philly understands that, nigga, you got a ways to go to get to City Hall.
It's like a 6-stop ride, 6 or 7 stops.
So boom, I'm dealing with that. We get to Cecil B. Moore. It stops. Boom, boom. Cecil B. Moore Station for Temple University. Route 3. We talking. Da-da-da. Doors close. Trains start moving. What the fuck? Why is my fucking heart going? We get to Gerard. He gets off the train because he's taking his oldest son to the fucking zoo. I'm by myself. Nigga. Like, so
now this nigga high ain't been home in months on the train by himself. So let me set that scene real quick. Like, this nigga's on the train on Scepter, high as a kite, solo, ain't been home in like 8 months just to fuck by himself. Go ahead.
I had to get
come on with the fucking
the diet weed.
Yeah, so, fuck out of here.
I'm trying.
You got great value weed.
Fucking Dollar General ass weed. Go ahead, man.
So look, I'm trying to get myself right, and we slide Fairmount. Boom. My heart is like in my chest, and I'm like, yo, I gotta figure this shit out, cause I can't let this weed beat me. We get to Spring Garden, I hop up, I'm off the fucking train. Fuck this shit, nigga. I'm not dealing with this shit no more. I don't care about how fast the fucking train is moving. I will walk. So I walk.
Now, for those of you who not sure about Philly's like distances and shit, if you hop off the train in Spring Garden and your destination was like Center City to Gallery, we talking like 2.5 miles. Like,
yeah, you got some
like
walking.
This ain't no fucking quick trip this nigga decided to take. He hopped off like 2 miles and some change early. Go ahead.
But I couldn't deal with my heart. I couldn't deal with it.
Imagine how hard your heart got to be fluttering for you to say, I'm going to walk 3 mials. It's supposed to deal with this shit.
Yo.
So
go ahead.
So I get off the train, and the next stop from Spring Garden is Ray's Vine. And I'm walking, and it's the summer. So it's hot as fuck outside. I walk. I get to not Spring Garden, I get to Ray's Vine. And the hospital that I was born in Fucking Hahnemann University Hospital. I walk in there like, yo, I need some water. I'm hot as shit. I'm thirsty. I get in the line and I get some fucking water. Like, so I'm sitting there.
R.I.P. Hahnemann.
Exactly.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Hahnemann.
Let me get this water. I'm drinking the water. Like, I turn around and I look. And it's like 4 or 5 people behind me. I don't want to be, I want to be the courteous motherfucker. So I go to the back of the line. The line moves. I get to the front. Let me get some more water.
Only a high nigga gets water, gets out of line, and gets back in line. Water.
It's good.
You gotta be able to do that.
Back. It's more people in the line. I go to the back of the line and get more water. I'm good.
The only part of this I regret is that I missed all of this.
So look,
wait till I tell you about the shit I witnessed. But I missed all of this. Go ahead.
So boom. All right. I get my fill of water. All right, I'm cool. I'm manageable. So I walk my ass to the gallery. I get to the gallery and I'm on gallery.
A mile and a half.
Side.
Go ahead.
I get the gallery one side. I'm on the top level and shit where I can't.
Third floor, 9th Street, for those of y'all who don't know.
I don't even know it's there right now because this is the fashion district.
We're going to talk about what was there then. He's on the 3rd floor of the gallery in between 8th and 9th.
City Blue is there.
Yeah, at City fucking Blue. Yo, y'all know City Blue still open? Go ahead. We'll talk about that another day. That's a whole other show.
I'm like, yo,
how the fuck is City Blue still in business?
This ain't Foot Locker. What the fuck? I go in there, they're like, no, it's on the ground. Like, I mean, it's on mall level on the fucking other side of the mall. Okay, cool. So as I get through with that situation, because I'm fucked up in my head, like, damn. I thought I was going where I was going. I go through Kmart and now I'm dipping and dodging through motherfucking aisles, like, because I'm paranoid. I think the cops is chasing me. I'm high as shit. I'm looking like Ezel, like
this nigga ain't seen a police officer his whole journey, but the cops
at all.
Go ahead.
Fucking chasing.
He ain't seen a cop yet, but the cops chasing him.
Look, I go through Kmart. I'm ducking between the aisles. Nigga, where the fuck is the fucking cops? Nigga, they trying to get me, nigga. Fuck y'all. So then I come out of Kmart and I come down the escalator, and the first thing I see that is very familiar to me is Lady Foot Locker. Now, I'm going to stop this story for a second because I ended up working in this exact motherfucking store a couple years later.
Man, okay. Listen.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So I go in the store and I'm like, yo, listen, wait. Listen, I need y'all help.
Imagine you working in Lady Foot Locker, bro. You just selling shoes on a Thursday.
But it wasn't a Thursday, it was a weekend, nigga. It was a weekend. I don't
remember what day it was, honestly. I don't. But go ahead.
I walk in the store and I'm like, yo, listen. I need your help. The cops is chasing me right now. And I need y'all to look in my eyes at the time because
you a shoe store salesman, my nigga, and this nigga walks in telling you
I had to have my eyes closed in order to tell this story. Hey, yo, listen. The cops is chasing me. I just ran through Kmart. I need your help. My brother working fucking Foot Locker. Y'all know Kev? It was like, yeah, we know Kev. He downstairs. Listen, I can't go back out into the hallway because I'm high and the cops is chasing me.
Oh God.
What I need y'all to do is I need y'all to call Kev because I'm fucked up and the cops is chasing me. And they go arrest me.
She's like, all of this on some Reggie.
Nigga. So they call Kev. Listen, they call Kev up like, yo, some dude up here, he said he your brother. He said he high as shit and the cops chasing him. They give me the phone. Yo, I was smoking with Dean.
Bruh. So wait.
When I opened my eyes, this nigga was in front of me.
Yo, so look, I'm on the phone, right? And I get the phone, and they like, yeah, this dude up here saying this shit, he's saying whatever. So I'm like, all right, put him on the phone. This nigga like, yo, I was smoking with Dean. I ain't even hear this nigga say another word. He said I was smoking with Dean. I hung up the phone, came upstairs. He's like, I'm smoking with Dean. I'm upstairs, the lady Foot Locker. Boop, end the story. I run upstairs, get this nigga, bring him downstairs. So I'm trying to talk to him, find out what's going on. I'm like, yo, what's Dean's phone number? He give me Dean's number. I call Dean. I'm like, yo, what the fuck you get this nigga? Like, because in my mind, this nigga on some wet. Like, it looked like he gave this nigga some Rocky. So I'm like, no, why would you get this nigga this shit? Cousin get on the phone like, hey, yo, I can't even believe you saying this doofy shit to me. You know that shit wasn't nothing but weed. That nigga crazy. I'm like, no. Yo. So wait. Now, as I'm doing all this investigating, right, this nigga here is deteriorating second by second. Like, it's getting worse. None of this shit's getting better at all. I'm giving this nigga water. I'm trying to hydrate this nigga.
Wait.
Go ahead.
We on our way down the escalator because you ahead of the story, nigga. Remember, I gotta preserve my career because I'm in the military at the time.
Shit. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I done fucked up God's eternal plan.
Yo, yeah, this nigga's yelling out as I'm bringing him downstairs.
Yo, his
fucked it all up.
His face was priceless, dog.
Yo, he's literally yelling, I fucked it all up. I fucked up God's eternal plan. I was like, nigga, what? Shut the fuck up. Bring your goofy ass down here. I got this nigga. I'm in stripes, fully working, like in the middle of my job at a store that ain't mine. And this nigga telling me he fucked up God's eternal plan. I'm like, listen, bro, you fucking up my eternal plan. Like, it's this motherfucking job. I'm trying to get this paper, sell these sneaks, and you got me out here on this goofy shit, bringing your high ass down. Yo, bro, when I tell you I was so mad at this nigga right here, but it got worse. The shit escalated. Without getting you into every detail all the way through, when I tell you this motherfucker was sitting in Foot Locker dressing room in a pair of ball shorts and some socks, hot as shit, sweating, drinking water, dead. Like, when I tell you this nigga was dead, bro.
Milk too. Wait. Because
I'm calling niggas like frustrated and shit. Like, I'm about to get fired. Go ahead.
He don't gotta go into the details because I'll go into the details for you. So Brandon's mom is in this motherfucker, and his grandmom is in there at the time. And she looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? This is the first time I meet his baby mom. Because I've been on for so fucking long.
Who wasn't my baby mom at the time, by the way?
I don't know, but
no, nigga, I know she wasn't. I'm telling you.
But no. But it is just the fact that motherfuckers like, nigga, you were so Kevinly. So yeah, that phrase. So
another day, not today.
It was wild because it's certain people that like that are still in our life to this day that will laugh because I saw her the other day and she was just like, ha ha ha, you was high as shit. Like,
yo, bro, anybody who came across this brother during this time, like when I tell you, like, I was like, yo, that nigga in the dressing room. She was like, he ain't in the dressing room. She went and looked this nigga in the dressing room. Well, I tell you, it looked like somebody with, you know how when you was a young boy and you got your ass whooped and you just stayed in your room and cried, and every time somebody came in your room, like you put the sauce on it, like you cried extra, like you was still hurt, like you fucking hurt. Like this nigga was in the corner of the dressing room in Foot Locker in the gallery, losing his motherfucking mind. Like I said, I don't work here. This ain't my store. I'm covering for another motherfucker to try and get him a day off. And this nigga down here having a full-on drug breakdown over some goddamn Mexican brick pack weed. Like, I can't believe, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I was so mad at this nigga, yo. Only for this nigga 3 hours later to be up eating cheesesteaks, chilling like none of this shit ever happened. Nigga, mind you, fucked up my whole work shit.
I love gyms, dog.
Nigga fucked up my whole
shit. Yo,
I'm scared as shit calling this nigga the next day, like, yo, your store cool, everything right? You all right? Like, I'm calling this nigga, like, trying not to tell him what happened, but dropping hints at the same time. Like, shit kind of happened in there. You all right? Everything was in place, right? Because this nigga threw up, like, all kinds of shit. Like, oh, bro.
Yo, but this is the wild part about the situation. This, like, mind you, we a lot of times we use the term of brother as, you know, very, very loosely. We use the term of brother as very, very loosely. This right here showed me exactly how this man right here rides for me. He made sure I was cool. You dig what I'm saying? I was in a situation where I never been in this type of moment ever in my life. And he made sure I was cool all the way through, you know, from the height of me being completely out of my element to making sure that, like, when it died all the way down, he was right there. He was right there. And that is why, to this day, you can't talk about this guy right here. You, like, I don't give a fuck what goes on in life. That guy right there, fuck you. Nigga, man, I'm coming guns blazing when it comes
I don't leave my niggas in bad spots, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No matter how fucked up it is, I can't leave my niggas in bad spots. I ain't built like that, man. But yeah, man, like, yeah. That shit was wild though. Like I said, y'all can never understand the fear of you covering another motherfucker's like whole ass accountability. Like, this brother was a store manager. He trusted me with his whole operation for a day, and I had a goddamn drug addict throwing up in the drug. And then mind you, that's not what it was, but that's the only thing he would have heard. Like, he wouldn't have heard nothing else but that. Like, the shit was so wild, man. Like, right. but it's one of them things, man. It's one of them things.
Let me get to my two, and I guarantee you it ain't gonna be that long. So, one, I'm a freshman in college, hanging out with these two white boys.
Is this a drug story?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh God.
So yeah, so we I'm hanging out with these two white boys that live next to me. They roommates. The one is from Lancaster and the other one is from Long Island. Kevin Zurach, I don't care, is from Lancaster.
You gotta stop saying these niggas' names on the show, bro.
Listen, he don't give.
We gonna have to talk about these niggas eventually. You the nigga run with hood. Like, one of these niggas run up on me and I gotta put a fucking hickey on their head. I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead.
And oh no, because the joke is on me. Like, it's not. The joke is on me. It's not on them.
All right.
So Jason and Kevin, they my next door neighbors in my dorm hall. Manor North. If for anybody who ever went to York College, Pennsylvania, Manor North. That's where I used to live freshman year. So so we cool. Hey, let's go hang out with my friends. You know, my friends back home. We go hang out with his friends back home. The one friend brings out this ginormous bong, and I'm on the wrestling team, not very much a weed smoker. I used to have people get the weed. I wasn't the one getting it from people.
Right.
So, all right, cool. I ain't no bitch. Long story short, end up smoking the weed, and at the time I'm showing them the song "Oldie" by Odd Future. Okay. So after the couple times, I'm like, damn, this song long, because that song is 10 minutes. I'm like, damn, this song fucking long as hell. By this point, I'm like, oh yeah, like it's like that. Last time I'm on the situation, I pulled a whole joint. Mind you, I'm sitting in a chair like the chair I'm sitting now, and I got the bowl is in between my feet. So it's like 4.5, like 3 feet. Milked the whole joint. I remember looking up in slow-mo, and Kevin was looking at me like this. So I pull the pin, boom, take the whole entire joint, go outside. I'm coughing. I'm coughing up smoke for like 10 minutes. Actually, 10 minutes. So his friend was like, yo, get him the fuck out of here for my mom come home.
Oh, shit.
Get him the fuck out of here for my mom come home.
You don't want to be that guy.
I'm laying down in the back of his car, vibing. We get to his mom's, we get to Kevin's mom's house where we was going to sleep at. He turned back, he was, all right, we here. He turned back and looked at me in the back seat, and I remember him saying, I'm taking you the fuck back to school, which is 40 minutes away. He drives me back to school. Mind you, all my keys, my book bag, all of that is in his mom's house. Drives me back to school, get to my dorm. This joker calls the school police because I'm locked out and just leave me there. Before he leaves me there, he gives me a Sam's Club size of Rice Krispie treats. Unopened, untethered.
Wait a minute, this brother just drops you off with a big ass box of snacks.
Rice Krispie treats. The cops look at me, and the funny thing, I know them personally now. The cop looks at me and he's like, you all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, all right, bro. Obviously, I smell like the loudest of the loud.
Right, clearly.
Open my car door. Open my dorm door. I go in there. Whatever happened from the time I crossed that threshold, I don't remember. I just know that I woke up 28 hours later with a ton of mixed phone calls and texts from my ex who was like, yo, everybody told me you back on campus. What's going on? Apparently, she's banging on my door. I'm not waking up.
Wait a minute, 28 hours though, bro?
28 hours from the time from the alleged time, that because from the afternoon that I got there, a whole 24 hours and then some had passed. When I wake up, I'm sticking to my mattress. My body is sticking to my mattress, and I know you've laid down in a mattress that got crumbs on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crumbs all over the place. I get up. Why am I naked with some black Timbs on and there's Rice Krispie wrappers all over my dorm? By the door.
Because your high ass been eating Rice Krispies for 2 days straight and staying alive.
Yo, my throat and all the skin in the roof of my mouth was all tore the fuck up.
Yo, because you've been scarfing Rice Krispie treats high as shit in your sleep.
Every cold drink for the next 4 days, my teeth was hurting.
Yo, oh man, yo, y'all motherfuckers, man. It's always a good time when y'all start telling stories. Like I feel like that's a huge part of what we do here as we wrap up on LAP. Let Anything podcast for the people. We appreciate everybody who's tapped in and been rocking with us throughout the entire show. Shout out to Hannah, shout out to Gigi, shout out to my man Neo, shout out to Cousin, shout out to quite a few people, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Karen, we always see y'all. Y'all show up for us every week, and we show up for y'all. I want to announce something real quick. So, our first recipient of our Scholar Athlete Award is going to be my young fella, Charlie Belcher. Charlie is going to get a $100 Dick's gift card courtesy of the Live Anything podcast for the people. We will be dropping that off and posting footage of it. So we will let y'all know exactly when Charlie gets his award. I picked Charlie because nobody nominated anybody. And, I know we talk a lot of shit up here, but the shit I say we going to do is the shit we really going to do. Right. So we're going to make sure that this young man has $100 to go to Dick's and do whatever he needs to do for his student-athlete situation. He is also going to receive a $50 Visa gift card to do whatever the hell he wants with it because he's earned it. And we're going to continue to make sure that we reach out and give back. And as we have the funds and means necessary to do so, we will make sure that we take care of our community because that's what this is about. So I want to send a shout out to Charlie. He is a freshman at Bishop Pendergast. He'll be a sophomore next year. He plays on the boys basketball team. Shout out to my young fella Charlie. Congratulations on winning the very first Literally Anything podcast for the People Scholar Athlete Award. We will be putting more and more of those types of things out there. Please make sure you're following us and you're rocking with us for those situations. That's what we're here for. Like we're here to talk a little shit and have a little fun. speak on the issues and so on and so forth. But more than anything, I want to make sure that we touching and reaching back and giving to the communities upon which we live, serve, and love. So that's where we at with it. Shout out to my young fella Charlie. Hood knows him well. That he's just an amazing kid. He absolutely deserves to be the first person to receive this love that we given. So we hope y'all when we introduce Charlie to y'all can give him all that positive energy and love that y'all give us, and because he deserves it. Like I said, he's a great kid. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all last little rapping points before I get to my last one. Hood, any final parting words before we get up out of this joint, bro?
I definitely want to give my homegirl Gall. She's been writing my workout routines every week, giving me 4 or 5 workouts. You know what I mean? So on Instagram, Get Fit with Gall, Gul, Get Fit with Gall. That's the homie. You know what I mean? Tell her I sent you. You know what I mean? Even if you're not local to South Jersey, she'll, you know what I mean? She'll send you everything you need. And then also, I know my folks like to get out and move around. I am performing at a show Monday, May 3rd, up in Brooklyn, New York. Easy Lover in Williamsburg. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, show my man some love. If y'all in Brooklyn and y'all got access to Brooklyn, we will make sure. Gigi has a question. Is she a trainer as well?
She's absolutely a trainer.
And train. Okay.
Yeah, yep. So, she's absolutely a trainer, nutritionist, all that. She's the real deal.
This is what we'll do. Post her information on the page, bro. Throw a post up on the page.
If y'all don't follow me on Instagram at DHoodRaps2, DHoodRaps2. I post all my progress on there. I know Lefty has killed me for it, but I know he gave me some shine a couple weeks ago.
No doubt. We gonna talk shit.
In the last 3 weeks, because I was working out by myself for 2 months before her. And the last 3 weeks that I've been working with her, she's in South Jersey. The last 3 weeks that I've been working with her, bro, like I've seen crazy results.
Hey, Hood, do me a favor, seriously. Either send her information to me so I can post it on our Facebook page, or post it on our Facebook page. One or the other. Like, yeah. So we'll get you that information, G. No worries. We'll get that to you in the next.
Oh, she's doing for the month of May. She's doing a $99 deal where you get literally everything that I've gotten for the last month, the nutrition, all of that. I pay more than $99. She's doing a deal. You feel me? Like $99. I can't tell you off the top of my head what it all entails, but it's literally everything that I get: the nutrition stuff, the macros, the nutrition sheet, the how to count your foods, how to portion out your stuff throughout the day, like how to your meals and all of that stuff. You get a lot of stuff for this $99.
Facts. No, we'll have that on the Facebook page. We'll get that information for you, G. No, don't even worry about that. Left, any parting words before we get up out of here, bro? Any last points you want to touch on, or anything you need to feel like you got to get off your chest before we get up out this piece?
I'm good money. I think I done put out everything I needed to put out for this week.
Big facts. Interview series will be starting first week of May. Interviews will not be a part of the show. I'm just letting y'all know that now. We will do interviews separately and post them as we see fit. Small businesses in the Philadelphia area will be the first group of interviews. We will then move on to some other things that I got in mind. For the interviews, like I said, it'll be a little different than the actual show. We are not going to make them a part of the show because we feel like the show is what it is. We have an entity of energy that we enjoy, and we are not going to mess with that. We may have some guest hosts who sit in with us and, hang out and just talk shit and shoot the shit the way we do. But as far as full-on interviews and business things of that nature, we will separate those two lanes. So in the first week of May, you will start seeing us post that. For the interviews, there will be people who are connected to all three of us. There will not always be all three of us on the interviews because life is life and things happen sometimes. So it is what it will be. But please keep an eye out for that. If you have a scholar athlete who you would like to nominate to receive our next gift, please make sure you let us know those things. We have a Twitch question from Base Crow. Do y'all think cats deserve salami? That is a weird ass question that we are not going to answer. But we thank you for tuning in. And we hope that you tune in for the next episode. I don't know what that means. And I am not going to touch that one in any way, shape, or form. But in closing, what I will say is we here at Literally Anything Podcast for the people. Appreciate your time, your energy, your love, and your effort into giving us anything that you got for us, and we appreciate it all. Please stay off of these apps if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, stop getting on these apps. And I say this every week. Some shit is repetitive. Some shit comes back around. Stop getting on here and talking crazy shit when y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Just shut the fuck up. It's okay to be quiet. I don't know another way to say that. That's the most eloquent way I can get that to y'all. It is okay to be quiet. And that's all I got for you, y'all.
Right.
We'll have all this up, punched and ready for y'all in the afternoon. I'm not gonna tell y'all the morning and lie to y'all, but by noon, if you go on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, all this should be up and ready for y'all to hear. We hope you subscribe, like, and follow on all of those platforms. Give us the love that we trying to give y'all back. And yeah, I think that's it, y'all. We ready to punch this one. Everybody good? Left.
I just found out that I'm in Facebook jail for 23 hours for saying that I would beat Michael Myers the fuck up.
Oh, that nut ass post got you banned?
Bro, that shit got me banned for 23 hours. Because I said that I think because I would beat a fictional murderer up.
Like Zuckerberg be on some goofy shit.
Because he a lizard.
Yo, man, shout out to everybody, man. We love y'all. We hope y'all love us. Y'all be safe, man. And we'll get back with y'all 1 week from today, next Thursday, man. We back. Literally Anything Podcast for the people. We working for the people.
Absolutely.
Fuck with us.